Last time on Magical Miss. A cloud of bad luck has made its home over Willa's head. Blue got caught by the mayor and got caught on live TV, got roped into a very awkward conversation with Josh, and then agreed to go on a date with him. Meanwhile, Izzy lived it up with the Schwartzes, playing moderator between the bickering twins and watching hilarious home videos. While Daisy was getting closer with Izzy, Willa finally bursted into the Schwartzes, only to find out that through the Discord that Colleen hitchhiked. And honestly, it looked like she was getting kidnapped. Like in every racing movie, the four made the high-speed chase down the freeway to save Colleen. Blue made things worse by accidentally setting the truck Colleen was in on fire. Izzy transformed in front of Daisy, and while Colleen and the driver were saved from the truck, another Alaskan bullworm emerged from the ground. It looks like it's the final showdown with the Alaskan bullworm 2.0. It's a fight to save Homecoming and the boba supply of Diamante City. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome to Magical Miss.
Yep. Yeah. We are picking up in media res right here. There's a hole in a ditch that has the head of a worm poking out as it starts to kind of inch itself onto the surface. You have a burning boba truck behind you, as well as Daisy and Benny are blocking off traffic from coming from Diamante Beach to your location on the interstate between your town and rival town Carbondale.
Carbondale?
Carbondale.
Carbondale.
Carbon, like the elements?
Yes.
Carbondale?
Yes, exactly. You do hear sirens coming from Carbondale towards your location, which I will have a counter for. So you're on a bit of a time crunch with this fight.
Oh no. You're trying to make us sweat today, huh?
She is.
I'm giving you
Gosh,
a chance. You guys are good fighters and you're higher levels too.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, granted, you did make a transformed after you got to level 10. Peep the fun little image on the left. I'm still level 9. G9's just failed that many times. I love you. Okay, so currently, last I remember, Colleen, I was like hugging or comforting her, is Daisy out of her car.
Yeah, Daisy's gotten out of her car. She is like kind of like coming towards you. Like she's got her hazards on, and
Okay.
you see that she and Benny are coming out of their cars.
Okay, so shadows are gonna go kind of like over Benny more specifically, like giving him a signal to know that there are shadows on him if he wants to transform. I'm also going to say to Colleen, be like, you're doing okay, you're fine, you're safe now. Me and Blue have to fight this worm. I need you to go over to that girl over there and she's gonna take care of you, okay? You're doing fine. She's gonna take care of you. She's actually really nice.
My Discord. Oh no. That's not the time for this call.
Roll to convince someone.
Okay.
I'm glad that you read my mind.
7.
I don't think I have a plus to convince someone. I'm double checking. I do not, so it's just a 7.
Okay. Well, on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but you have to reassure them that you mean it. So Daisy comes up to you. You've transformed? Yeah. And she comes up to you, and she kind of gives you like a once over. Like she, checks you out, and is kind of like, cute fit.
Izzy is going to mouth, like, I'll tell you later. And kind of is like, has her hands on Colleen, and she's just like, Daisy, stay with her. And then she is going to, like, fly away, not knowing that she's flying away, but towards the worm, like, imagining, like, almost like a fire just, like, burning behind her because she's so furious right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like, now, like, multiple people are in danger and it's above ground, and she's like, I'm not having this. I will deal with everything later, but right now I'm going to kill this worm.
As you are running, you hear a shout from down below that's like, whatever you need, Pink, I'm down here. And you see that Benny Aquamarine is...
Get The music is tight. Yes, it's so epic.
You see that
She's up there. Yeah.
here she
My
is.
little drawing, my little baby girl.
Scarily intimidating.
Yeah.
Not why she is. I don't blame Khalif for being scared of her.
But
I'm imagining she's like 5'10" or something. She's a tall lady.
oh, the Schwartzes are very tall.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're
stop with the height difference.
they're
I
brushing 6
can't.
foot. Like they're tall.
And please stop.
Stop.
Like
Stop.
Daisy and Benny are like attractive enough. We don't need to be more confused right
No,
now.
I have to make them more hot.
Tall ladies are something else. Anyways.
No, she's gonna wear like her homecoming fit is gonna be great.
Listen, we all want a lady who can step on us. Anyways.
Anyways, puts the tea back down.
Aquamarine is running kind of like underneath your flight path towards the worm, and you see that he's got his whip out and he's kind of like almost like spinning it around in his like hand, like trying to lasso it almost.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And like he makes eye contact with you like, I'm helping.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, with him helping, and like Izzy now just realizing that it's like, oh shit, she's fine. She is going. You can fly. You can fly. You can fly. She's gonna start out the attack strong, and she's just gonna hex them to start. She's a good old hex. Let's see what kind of negative conditions we can inflict on them. Fuck.
That's a 3?
That's a 5. It's still a fail.
Yeah.
Still a fail.
Okay.
So she can't do her initial stuff that she's wanted to do. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you went to cast the hex, but because you're flying and you haven't cast something while flying before, you kind of stutter a little bit and it falls just short of the worm.
Okay.
I'm debating, can I try to convince this worm to go to Mars again?
Roll to convince someone.
You did so great the first time.
Hey, listen! Don't worry about it! Okay, I'm rolling the Stanley dice, actually.
Stanley.
And that's an emotional, right?
It is plus, oh yes, plus emotional.
Oh wait, and I get a +1. So it's a +3 for emotional. And if I fail, it'll still be a mixed success.
Heck yeah.
+3. That's an 8.
All right, so
Still a mixed success, I think.
Dang, +3.
what do you say to convince this worm? Because it is like inching out and it like kind of turns its big face to you and it narrows its little eyes and it just goes,
Don't you want to go back underground? The sun is going to burn you if you stay out here for too long.
It shakes its head and you see it kind of turn a little bit and it sheens with almost a sort of sunscreen-like consistency. And it turns back and goes, very proudly.
I
Your mom's a hoe. Whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
It does look up to the sky, where it is rumored heard Mars is longingly. This time goes,
You want to go to Mars? You want to go to Mars? Why don't you just teleport to Mars? Can you not teleport to Mars?
which you
It
seem
sounds
to
so much like no, I can't.
you interpret that as worms don't bounce.
Ah. Okay, well then, if it's not going to listen to me, I'm going to try to stab it. Okay.
Ooh. I have an idea. I'm gonna need Aquamarine's help.
Absolutely.
I have a +3 to swing.
I'm thrilled. What is your relationship cooperative or competitive?
Mine's
with him?
competitive with Aquamarine.
Because I know that.
Aquamarine is competitive, but I feel like with Benny, it's mixed. What was my relationship with Benny?
You didn't have an
didn't have a
established
relationship
like
with him.
mechanic relationship with him.
We did not.
Oh!
Very nice.
Oh, that's a 13.
Oh,
baby.
13!
All right, that's the Clash. Roll that damage.
Let's
Let me
go.
check also for Clash if you
Plus-
take any damage.
+3 for damage. Oh, well, I mean, that's still a 10. 10 for
Phenomenal.
hitting. Yeah, let's go.
Also, yes, random, I have to agree with you. Daisy looks adorable.
Daisy
I
is
love her. I love her.
Alrighty. So on a 10
So-
plus, you choose an extra effect from these, which you can gain advantage or take +1 forward or give +1 forward to another magical hero. You deal extra damage or you suffer less harm. force them where you want them, or force them to drop something that they're holding. And because it's a 12+, you're also able to either give everybody +1 forward, suffer no damage at all, double your damage, or force the enemy to flee.
I want to give for the enhanced effect. I want to give +1 to all the other magical girls.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
And then for the 10+, I'm just going to do extra damage on it.
Okay.
Knowing even though it's still not going
So that's
to
a
be as much.
+1. So that was 11 damage, you said?
10 to hit.
Oh, 10 to hit. Okay, and then your sword is a +3, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so then that's +4.
Shit.
+4.
The most damage I can do is 2.
You are going to take 4 damage as well.
That's fine.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's fine. I only have 5 health left. No big deal.
No biggie.
Okay. This is gonna be possibly one needing some help from Aquamarine.
Yeah.
So, are there trees nearby this worm within smashing it on its head distance?
They're not in smashing on his head distance, but they would smash into like his body and like go down into the hole, because it's like there's a ditch here, there's a fence, and then some like nice kind of
Ditch, fence, and then worm?
Trees?
trees behind the fence, like big sassafras trees.
Is the worm like in the median of the highway, or is
The
it?
worm is in a ditch on the side of the road.
So
Oh,
it goes
okay.
ditch, fence,
Ditch, worm,
ditch, worm,
fence,
fence,
trees.
trees.
Okay.
So if you say broke a tree and it fell this way, it would fall down the hole that the worm is emerging from, and it would scrape the worm that way.
I would like to try to do that.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
I want to
How
try
do
to
you
do that.
communicate that to Aquamarine? Because that's a bit
The
of a
thing
complex
is that
idea.
I just want to make sure that Aquamarine's whip could maybe just help guide the tree into it to like draw it towards us. So if I beam it, they can drag it on the direction that we need it to go.
Okay. Roll. Roll a convince someone with advantage.
Okay, so the 3 drop the lowest?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go Dicey, Stanley. I feel like I'm gonna go with, I don't know what dice type this is. We're gonna go with it. Oh, thank God! 6, 5, and a 1, so an 11 plus, I don't know what my convince someone, I think it's just 0.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's an 11.
Yep. You start to describe this, and you see that Aquamarine already has his whip ready, and he's like, just tell me where to put it.
The Pink is just gonna like choke on her words there for a quick second.
He grins knowing exactly what he did.
So it's mystical to try to hit it for the beam, so we're just gonna... So that's a +2, so that's a 7. So would a 7 hit a tree? Or should I take 3 harm and try again?
No, it
No?
it hits, but I'm going to give you a choice because it's a mixed success.
Okay.
You either take 2 harm for doing that, but you still hit the tree, or you hit the tree and its whereabouts are unstable.
I'm gonna take the damage. I would
Okay.
rather take the damage knowing exactly where it's gonna go, because I want it to be in the sense of yelling at the worm, be like,
Your mom's a hoe.
it's like, Mars isn't that way, and like have the tree hit it, and like go. It's like the top, above the crust is dangerous, and like have the tree hit the worm on the way down. I don't know
Perfect.
how much damage you want that to deal.
What is
your
your What is your physical?
my physical? I roll mystical instead for the beam. If it's physical, it's a -1.
Okay. What's your mystical?
It's a 2. It's a +2.
Okay. So it'll take 2 damage from that. I have got dry throat really suddenly.
I was like, do you want
Drink
your
the
tea?
tea.
Okay. So the tree falls on.
Yes. So the tree falls on the worm. It takes 2 damage, and you see it kind of like falls back into the hole a little bit. So it's like the progress that it made coming out is diminished. Like it went back a little bit, and it's just like. And you see it kind of like narrow its eyes and start to glow with the teleportation.
No, I am going to fly over and stab it again.
Okay.
Hopefully I can, what I really want to do, +3. Oh, okay, I mean a 9.
Yep.
Okay. With my 9, I want to make it like keep it from moving or whatever. I think that's one of the things I can do for swinging, right? Whatever page it's on.
On a 7+, that's just you and it inflict damage on each other.
Oh, I can't do extra things on it.
No.
Oh no, beans! I wanted to make it not teleport anymore. I guess I'll just stab it.
Could.
Yeah.
Okay. While she's stabbing it, could I also try and hex it?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, pretty please, let's hex it.
Oh yeah, don't forget I gave you a +1 to all your forward rolls. Remember?
Is it rolls or clashy?
That's like your rolls.
Your rolls.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can hold 1. Thank you so much, because otherwise that would have been a fail.
Forget you got a +1.
Yeah, okay. So I'll hold 1. I'm going to make it so it can't teleport away.
Nice.
So it can't do that.
It,
We want it to escape and leave, but we also don't want it just to teleport further into the crust of on top of the earth. So
Yeah.
I just want to avoid that.
Okay.
I just want to avoid that.
How much damage do I inflict on it?
3, and it inflicts 2 on you.
Okay, I'm actually looking a little bit hurt. 2 health. So I am going to
Joey.
I'm like do like a little +2 healing on me. So I have. I'm gonna do it again. 6.
Phenomenal. Love it. I think
Yeah.
is the worm retaliating at all?
The worm, it kind of like, you got it kind of frozen in there, so it's essentially got like, it's like torso, as much as a worm can have a torso. It has that over, and so you see that it's like kind of flopped itself over some of the lanes of traffic.
Oh no.
Oh.
It has
It's
now
gotten into traffic?
It's like the
thought
lanes
we
of traffic that are blocked off, because it's like one of those highways that it's like, here's the way going this way, and then there's a median, and then there's the way going this way. So you've got like 4 lanes, but they're not connected. So over the 2 lanes that you blocked off, it's across those. So it is essentially blocked Daisy and Colleen from the Boba Man.
The Boba Man.
He's just sitting there confused and like looking at his truck, and he's like, oh, beans.
Oh
No. The boss man's not gonna like this. Barty, that was his name.
Okay.
Barty. Which we'll have to have a discussion about the Barbie movie trailer some other time, because I
haven't seen it yet, so
I have
don't.
thoughts and opinions, and I need your guys' thoughts and opinions. ASAP.
100%. I will share every single thought and opinion about Barbie movies. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay. Could I do preventative action? Possibly. I don't know if it's gonna help. Could I summon my flies to make a small like wall / protective like ring around Daisy and Colleen, also the bullet trap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It's like there's so many. They're just there, so I don't feel like I have to.
We don't
roll
want
for it,
them
'cause
to
they're not
get
really doing anything. They're just like a
No.
protective like barrier / ring. Like I just want to make sure that both of them are fine.
Yeah. Which you delicious. You send the flies over, and Barty the Boba Man is just kind of like, oh boy, yeah, I guess I'm smelly today, you know, I understand. And
Smell?
she's like,
Oh.
and he just looks a little like, okay. The flies surround Colleen and Daisy, and you see Colleen's eyes kind of light up, and she starts like tugging on Daisy's sleeve, and like you see her over-explain like, this is one of Pink's powers, and she's able to do this, and I've researched all of this kinds of things, and I wonder if she manifests them like this. And you see that Daisy's a little freaked out.
Oh, Daisy don't like flies.
You see Daisy standing pretty tall, but like you see like one of her eyes is kind of twitching, and like she's holding her fists really tight at her sides, and it's just kind of like,
we need to apologize to her immediately when this
really
fight
wonder
is
if she's
over.
just scared for us, or if she's just pissed that we have powers.
I think
I can't
both.
tell which one it is.
¿Por qué no los dos?
That's my
honestly.
favorite Spanish phrase because of the one freaking taco.
How hurt does this worm look?
Yes.
it looks like fairly hurt. Like you see that it's bleeding in some places, but it's like still pretty rowdy. Like you see it start to kind of like wiggle a little bit. Like it's trying to figure out like, can it turn? Can it like start chomping on stuff?
I'm gonna hex it again in order to do a couple of other things.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that is a 7, so it's only gonna be a hold 1 again. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna slow the target, so class actions are also gain a +1 against the target. So we kind of have a
Nice.
+1/2. I don't know. It doesn't. Does yours also do clash?
It does rolls. So
Just rolls in general.
Rolls
So yeah,
in
now you have
general.
a +2 to clash. So with that, I want to try to magical beam it as well.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of
Death
that
ray.
die. That die's been fine to me.
Death ray. Death ray. Death ray.
And that was a +2 for like the clash action roll, right?
Yes.
So I also have +2. So that's 4 + 4, so 8. Okay.
Ooh.
8 to hit. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Phenomenal. Damage is my
Your
mystical, which is
mystical.
2. +1 or just 2?
It's just your modifier.
Okay, phenomenal.
Yeah,
So
modifier.
2 more to the worm. I'd like to like land in front of it and be like, you just take one more step out of here and you're going to be barbecue. And I'm gonna beam it like right in its nose/mouth.
Oh.
Oh, I want to hit it at the same time.
Willa,
Get it!
as Izzy does that, you see that the worm has finished coming out of the hole.
It's still in the ground.
It's a very long worm.
2 lanes of
and-
traffic and over like the ditch.
And as the worm emerges, you see that, like the Nicktoon classic cat dog, it has a face on its butt.
What the fuck is this?
So bothered by that.
I'm bothered by this.
Dog. It's so weird. Twins. It's like, where did your poop come out?
We don't want to talk.
We don't want to talk about cat dog anatomy, but like we need to, in a way, talk about cat dog anatomy in this sense. So
The magic worm.
going along
Magic
with this
worms
worm?
don't poop. It's fine. Magic worms.
Favorite
Bailey school kid, but
evolve to that sense and just like 2 hits, double the brain. And it's like, no.
I'm gonna smack its butt head.
There you go, roll the clash.
Okay. What was it? Stanley dice. Come on, plus 5 now? Because it's a +3 for physical, but I get a +2. Hang on, wait a minute. I think my +1 rolls are for other magical girls, but not me.
Right, because you gave them forward.
Yes, so I just have a +4 to swing. I
Just
swear
a
to you guys.
Just +4. No
Just
big deal.
Wow. Okay, well that's 14.
All
I
right.
feel like the dark cloud has just left you right now.
Yeah.
You, all of the snake eyes that G9 got last session.
This should be like a compilation. Snake eyes, fail, 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 snake eyes.
G9's like, I'm 2 levels ahead of Izzy.
Alrighty, so on this enhanced effect,
God.
everybody already has +1 forward. You could give them another +1 forward. You could suffer no damage at all. You could inflict double damage, or you could force them to flee.
I am going to suffer no damage
Hell
at
yeah!
all
I was about
for
to
the
say,
enhanced effect.
No damage for me, thank you.
No damage
No
for
damage,
me,
thank you.
and I am going to, I want to force them where I want them because it's starting to move again, right? So I'm going to make sure, like, no, stay! And I, like, try to impale them with my sword into the ground, like, nailing something. I'm like, no!
It's just like,
Yeah, that's right. You're not going to ruin homecoming for me.
as you say that, you hear sirens in the distance.
Oh, we gotta clean this up quickly. We gotta clean this up quickly. Hey, do you have something that you can, like, smack it with?
You see him gather up his rose petals, and he joins Izzy at her side, or Pink, and he kind of winks and goes, "Let me help."
Ooh.
And he blows his rose petals into this worm's face, and he goes, "You want to go home, don't you? You don't want to be out here in the sun with us, getting hurt. No, you don't." And the worm, you see that the worm side on your side, Izzy, is like, "Yeah, I don't want to be here," and it just kind of like nods sagely, like, "I don't want to do this."
So what's the other end talking?
The other end is baring its teeth at you and is trying to bite you as you are stabbing it.
No, stop it! No, stop! Like, don't you want to listen to your sibling or whatever? Because you're being beaten up right now. Like, poking the worm.
I have a little bit too much to say anything. That's great.
I mean, I could try to swing at it. How close are the sirens? Like,
They are, like, you haven't seen them yet, but you can hear the sirens. So it's like, assuming that they're going like 80 miles an hour, they're gonna be there in like a couple minutes.
Okay, so probably like 3 rounds.
So we need to clean this up or kill this worm. Or just make
Both?
it flee. Like, make it flee or kill it.
Oh my god. I mean, I could, if I do crit on it again, I could force it to flee. If I wanted to. So,
Well, the thing is I hexed it so I can't flee the battle area.
and I also,
Could she
I think I could
cancel that and then, like, make it flee?
Granted,
Okay. I mean, we can try and do that.
banking that hopefully the dice gods are still in my favor. Plus 4.
Let's go.
14, baby!
All
right.
Today by the dice gods. Let's
Yes,
go.
yes. Stanley dice, bless. Yeah, I'm going to make it flee.
Okay.
I'm going to make it flee, and also just for extra damage, I'm going to just do extra damage on it.
How much extra damage?
I think it just says +1 harm. An additional +1 harm to my swing.
Okay.
Maybe?
It is very bloody. It's very bloody.
But I'm going to make it flee.
But you see the angry face kind of looks at you, and it like does that thing that like animals do where it like chomps its little teeth like as a warning. Yeah, like
Okay.
and you interpret that as this double-sided worm going, this isn't over. And you see it launch itself back into the hole, taking its fellow that is charmed by aquamarine with it, and you see this one go as they go back down, and right as the police show up. They are emblazoned in Carbondale PD uniforms and are looking at you guys very suspiciously.
I thought we would get away by the time
I
thought we had extra time.
It happens. So I guess I'm gonna look at you and be like,
Yeah, let's get out of here.
okay, so I'm gonna grab one of Benny's arms and say, because
Or like, I mean, I don't know. Should we say something to the cops? Be like, or do we just leave?
You see that they are kind of like looking around, assessing the scene, and they have approached Barney first and kind of shooed the flies away from him, and he's like, oh boy, let me tell you a little story.
Okay.
And you see that they're questioning him, and one of the officers is kind of like starting towards the hole in the ditch.
I mean, it did run away.
it did run away. So I guess I'm just gonna cast Shadow over all of us and encouraging Willa to help me have the two of us carry Benny like away over the trees.
Okay. Both of you roll a plus for the
I mean,
roll with
granted,
advantage.
like Benny can just transform somewhere because like his car is there.
Yeah.
So he can figure that out. But
I mean, that's a +3 for me.
oh,
Or a +2 for me. Okay, cool. Wow, we're doing 10s all around, baby.
I'm just surprised that my physical roll was so good.
You guys are
We're just like,
one on
hop, 1, 2.
a lady on each arm, and you lift him up, and he's just kind of like, okay. And
Is he
you
hurt?
feel that he's holding you very tightly,
Is he hurt or is he just like?
No, his eyes are on the ground, and he is like, okay.
We're moving. We're
Okay.
moving. We're getting out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Too much physical contact.
Izzy, his arm is very, very tight around you.
Duly noted. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to write down Oh my gosh. Okay, so just like fly beyond the trees that we think that we're far away and like set down. So I guess like enough that we can maybe still see, but like shadows around and like we're deep enough in the woods that like we'll be fine.
Yep, the property that you guys are kind of by is like very big, kind of orchard-like. So there's this whole outgrowth of sassafras trees that don't look like they've been touched in a very long time.
Okay.
So it's pretty overgrown. It's honestly pretty relaxing.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Just a random like, hey, there's a really very relaxing orchard right over here.
It's a cool place to be.
Hmm.
Where the cool kids hang out.
Murder orchard. When in doubt, murder.
Okay.
This gets us pretty sick.
This isn't the campaign for my creepy cult-like place. That'll be a different campaign. Listen, y'all give me a chance at Monster of the Week and we're going places.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god. I read through the Monster of the Week book that you lent me, and I'm just like,
It's a good time.
it's a scary time. It looks very spooky. Very spooky. I don't know about that. Okay. So setting Aquamarine down, Pink is gonna look at him and be like, "Are you okay, Aqua?"
He doesn't let go to begin with. Like, he lets go of Willow. But he kind of keeps his arm around you until he's, like, solid on the ground and looks you in the eye and just goes, yeah, I'm good.
He's like patting
I
his
like
back
winked
until
at
like he
him.
kind of like has that little swagger back, and she's like, okay, he's fine.
I'm like, yeah, he was fine to begin with.
Do we need to have, like, a team huddle or anything? Because that didn't go great.
I mean,
It ran away, so that's
So we need to chase it, right?
they're on top of the hole right now. I could see if my flies could maybe follow it down, but we could try and track it down through the tunnels.
like the main tunnel system
Like
under
main
the
tunnel
beach.
system. Like not the beach, because Colding has camera.
That's right.
Colding's camera.
That's right.
So do we want to keep chasing it?
I mean, if we are in shadow, we could just slip into the tunnel right by the road.
I mean, Izzy's kind of just like, is your car gonna be okay though?
Yeah. What about your scary
Betty about,
sister?
like, your-
She looks very upset.
She like, kind of looks
She
and
looks
is
very
like,
upset.
she hates flies.
Oh, does
Oh,
she?
does she? Wow, you have another thing in common with her. Wow. I mean, flies are gross, but
He goes, yeah, she's
And
kind of freaked out by
kind of
bugs.
useful, but yeah, they're weird.
Not like all bugs, but she just doesn't really like flies. She doesn't like the way they buzz.
but okay, do
I
we
mean, I can study other things besides flies.
do we tell her what the plan is? Because
He looks very serious and goes, I want Daisy to know.
I mean, she already saw you
Okay.
transform, Izzy, so
I mean, yeah, I have a couple of things I need to explain to her.
yeah.
Benny kind of looks over and is like, you told her? Do you trust her?
Well, she did see me transform, so I kind of just I know you didn't believe that you wanted to play a certain game with your sister, but I'm a terrible liar.
This is true. I do
she-
all the
she-
lying for her.
She does. She also knows exactly when I'm trying to lie, so I just tell her that I have a surprise for her, and then she kind of leaves me alone for a while.
Benny kind of sits back and smiles. And is
There's
like,
random banter going on right now. Yeah,
well,
about the
that's good to know, Izzy Parker, that you are a woman of your word.
I like roll my eyes.
He kind of stands up and goes, we need to get those flies away from her and figure out. I'm sure the cops will take your little friend.
I'm gonna direct my flies to disperse from Colleen and Daisy and kind of just disappear down the tunnel to see if maybe they can like at least like see how far, like see where they can get with the worm.
Should someone leave like a message for Daisy or something, or text her or something?
I mean, granted, do you want to untransform, go get your car, and then like meet us behind the boba shop?
Roll to convince someone.
You do have a +1. You have a +1.
Do I still have this +1?
I think it's because we're still transformed. I think it goes away when we go. 8.
So an 8.
He looks a little hesitant at that, and
Unless you want to leave your car here without someone to drive it.
he kind of like bares his teeth and narrows his eyes, and he goes, I don't think it's right to leave you alone like this.
What am I, Miss? Just deliver?
He kind of turns and goes, oh yeah, you're here. He's like, great work with the butt.
I did a lot of stabbing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fight the worm today, not each other. So meet us by the boba hole. We're gonna fly there real quick right now. Please don't laugh at me for that.
No, that's I'm laughing at that. It's all work professional.
Willa snickering for sure. Nice.
Nancy's just like, please don't. I didn't
already
mean for it to
did.
be like
We
this. I
already
didn't
did.
mean for it to be like this.
But Aquamarine, he nods and goes, All right, and these shadows will kind of keep me good?
They'll stay up.
Okay.
They'll be able to get you at least into your car, so you can clear the scene as easily as you can. I still have my phone on me. Do you have Stanley and?
Was it Stanley?
Okay, we're gonna have to have some kind of intervention when all this is over. We need to have some kind of training montage or something.
Actually, training montage would be great.
Oh, Rocky.
That would be great. There
He
is
shakes his head and he goes, "You just gotta take care of that worm, and we'll talk about this later."
We're going to track it down.
Good.
Okay, bye.
Okay, but do you also? I gave Kumiko to Colleen.
Colleen, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, phenomenal. I would like Colleen to scurry over to Daisy to whisper her a message in her ear.
What do you tell Kumiko to tell Colleen to tell Daisy?
No, I want
Shane's told Dean who told Bavardi.
No, I don't. I want it to be directly to Daisy, not not Colleen in the middle.
Okay.
I want to,
You want Kumiko to jump from Colleen?
Yes.
Okay.
Or like to ask, like, Kumiko, I need you to do me a favor. Politely ask Daisy if you can say something to her in my stead.
Oh, yes, of course. Is that your pretty friend?
Yes, the one with the little
The rainbow
undercut.
hair.
She's got really pretty hair.
Oh yeah, she really does.
She
really
actually
has pretty hair.
does.
Pardon me, friend who has slightly less pretty hair. I would like to talk to the other person right now.
And you see Colleen just kind of is like, okay.
Oh.
Which Colleen is holding Kumiko gentle like hamburger. And
Hamburger.
you see Kumiko like kind of get ready to pounce, and she launches herself at Daisy and goes, "Hi, friend."
Oh.
And Daisy catches her and
thank
looks and is
God.
like, "Hi."
Don't kill the spider.
Don't. I love it so She's holding Kumiko pretty gently and kind of like looking at her
Okay,
curiously.
Okay. I'm gonna say to Kumiko, tell her that we are going to chase the worm down. Afterwards, we are going to clear up 2 things with you.
Just two things?
Clear up the air.
Clear the air and a couple things.
Yeah.
We're gonna say clear the air.
Clear the air.
Daisy's holding
Would
Kumiko.
you like to know more information as to where we're going?
And she like zooms in, like enhances with her face. You got a very up close and personal look at Daisy's skin.
Flawless.
Skin.
Flawless.
I don't see this, but like I'm assuming it's flawless.
Flawless.
I mean,
she
I can
does.
see through Kumiko's eyes, so like it's in a front row seat to like.
She does have some blackheads on her nose, but you know, nobody's nerfic.
It's fine.
And she's holding Kumiko up, and she's like, "Tell me where to meet you, and I will be there. I want answers, and I want all 3 of you there."
Drop the little one off, and then we will tell you. Just keep Kumiko with you. Please?
You see that Daisy, she kind of smiles. She goes,
We don't want her trying to follow.
Because she will follow.
Cough, cough, because she kind of already tried.
"Yeah, she's
Or just
something."
Will Colleen? Can Colleen hear this right now?
Colleen, you see, is like typing really quickly on the Discord and
Okay, here
is
we go.
updating it there
Okay.
with images that she took and all of that.
Oh,
Okay, so me seeing this through Kumiko, I'm gonna whisper really quick. The whole of the boba shop just drop Colleen off some back at her parents.
We're looking at someone.
I'm like,
+1, +1,
yeah.
+1,
Okay,
+1.
pretty please.
6.
that's a fail.
Daisy smiles and goes, "No, I think I have a better idea. I'll take Colleen, and I will see you soon." And she, you see her open her car door, and she sets Kumiko on the dash, and
God, now
dash
she has
cam.
fucking Kumiko.
pats her gently, and Kumiko is like,
Wow, your friend is very nice, and I really enjoy her. You should hang out with her more.
Izzy's like, thank you, Kumiko.
the last thing, as you are like paying attention to Kumiko's feed, you hear is Daisy go, "Get in, we're going." And Colleen is like immediately rushes in and gets in the back seat.
Scary! Scary!
She's like not doing front
We
seat.
all love an alpha woman, but ooh, scary.
And,
She scares me.
scary.
Daisy's engine revs, and you hear, like in real time and in Kumiko time, the car back up and vroom away.
Okay.
The cops do watch, and at this point, Benny has transformed back and is behind the wheel of his car, and he gives you guys a little that, and follows
like behind. Like,
follows in hot pursuit.
Beautiful. Izzy's gonna look at that and she's gonna kind of like look at Willa and she's like, Daisy is something else. She is so pissed at us right now.
yeah, I figured. Daisy, I can tolerate. I can work with her. She's just scary. Benny?
Benny's a lot. Benny is a lot.
He's trying to wedge himself between you and me. I am very secure, but if he does anything weird with you, I am going to hot sauce him and then punch him Josh middle school style.
Izzy's kind of laughing to herself. She's like, I still have that on video.
Good.
Like every year on the anniversary of our friendship, we'll have a little compilation video of all the stupid things that we've done or like the pranks that we've pulled on people.
Oh my God.
And it's just gotten progressively longer. And I just do a 5-year anniversary of like a whole.
It's just a black book of all of the evidence that Willa has done to all of her victims.
and like the bits that Izzy has like joined in on. But basically, Izzy's just documented all of this. Izzy just documented all of
In
this.
the background is that one song that plays at like every graduation, that as we walk, we remember.
Yeah, that song was very prevalent in the first couple, and then she was like, I need to cycle in some other shit. So then she cycled in probably some like punk stuff, like we're gonna bring everything.
Some Bandits tunes.
Yeah, some Bandits tunes were in there, 100%. Like the first one ever, she was one of the biggest fans in the start, because I mean, you see the flyers at the coffee shops, and you're like, I'm gonna download that music.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to LimeWire and grab that tune.
All right, let's go chase down this worm.
Yeah, but Izzy's like, we're gonna. It was like, she's scary though. She's scary though.
She is scary, but
But yeah.
can't really do anything to tell her. Unless we have like a mind wiping power, but
No.
I don't have that.
No. Okay, so yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to fly.
Gonna follow the
to
worm.
boat shop. Fly overhead, following them.
Since when could you fly?
It's just kind of like flaps her little wings, like the little moth wings there behind her, and she's
You're
just like,
cute. I like your
Really quick, roll to keep your wits about you as you are flying.
I am allowed to roll physical for keep my wits about me because I have a special
is
thing.
mental?
I think so. Plus physical, that is
oh, it's Persona.
a 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your shiny. I'm gonna take the honey die.
Oh,
10.
wow, 10.
Phenomenal.
All right.
You're doing great today.
Izzy, you're feeling pretty
Great.
good. Willa, I'm going to give you a choice.
What?
Well, I mean, 9 is still mixed.
Yep.
9 is
So
still mixed.
you're flying there, you know, ready to meet up with everybody. You can either take a debuff to your clash actions,
What?
or be muddled for a little bit so your mental stat is a little whack, because Benny, the more you think about it as you're flying, the more Benny kind of trying to get in between you and Izzy is getting to
Oh. Okay, so if I did take a debuff, does it just make my physical stat 0 then? Or
you.
I have a
It
plus-
takes it down by a point.
Okay, so it would be 0.
Mhm.
And then it said muddled would make
It takes your mental stat down.
down 1. Okay, well, it'll be a neg 1 to mental, so I'll just have my physical be 0.
Okay.
For now.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to have a negative roll on me, you know?
I mean, granted, yes, but you attack with physical. I'm currently trying to go into battle.
I know, but Mariana keeps on incepting my brain.
She does.
She
does
does.
do
I'm
that
like the
a lot.
weak link in this thing.
In a way, you're not.
My mental
we
wards
both
are
kind
bad.
of like we both kind of balance each other out in like the different ways.
Yeah. My
So,
mental
I mean-
wards are terrible, though. Like, anyone
Yeah,
can
but my
incept
physical
my
stats are
brain.
not. So it's just like
Yeah.
anyone wants to try and manhandle me and kidnap Izzy probably would have a very easy time of it. Please don't do that.
Oh, my-
Please don't. I don't. Like, I give
M
I give M.
No. Force Benny and Blue to work together.
Oh my god.
That would be such a clusterfuck. Anyways.
I was just looking at the screen and just like angrily trying to just like snatch your He's like, don't do that, don't do that.
All right, so I'll just put down 0 next to physical for now.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing.
Okay.
Oh my god, okay, I laughed at myself too much. Okay. So yeah, arriving at the boba shop.
Cool. You arrive at the boba shop. You see that Benny has parked his car kind of further down, and you see that he is like crouched at the edge, and like you see him he's transformed, and he's got like his whip down there, and you see him kind of like shouting.
We guess I fly down.
Shadows on both of us plus Benny's. Go down and see what else is happening.
As you approach the edge, you start to hear him a little closer and goes, "It is super dangerous. I don't care that you took Taekwondo for 4 years when I was in piano lessons. You need to get back up here now." And he looks up and he goes, "Can Daisy climb down there? Can you help?"
I mean, I could do you trust me on her? I could try.
Mhm.
Okay.
Go for
Not
it.
gonna lie, I'm like 2 seconds away from just going off on her. So like,
Yeah, we
but
don't
I
want
really
to make her.
but like going off in the sense of maybe convincing her to like chill out.
Yeah,
and be
just like
okay.
just wait for us, please. You literally, this worm is really strong. We're having a hard time with it. You're going to have a terrible time with it. So
Question, as like a background, because I'm kind of curious, but how much damage can a regular person do against monsters? Because like if like I can do like a +1 to +2, like
I think-
attack against them, how much do normal people do? Like what's the perspective on that?
I feel like if they're just
So you've never
it'd be
really
zero.
seen-
Yeah,
normal
it's
and
one
normally
of
try and
those
fight it.
that a normal person would not really be able to affect these creatures.
Yeah, so
Like,
I'm
even
going to
with
fly
like
down.
maybe if like Daisy had like a stick or nunchuck, she would not even be able to do 1 point.
It
or would
really
she
wouldn't.
barely?
It wouldn't process for these creatures because they are magical to boot. Like it's one of those that
You need a
So
magic
fire
thing
is
to
like
catch a
like
magic.
cleaning off of it, doing nothing but distracting it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
For my own perspective, I'm like, I need to know this.
Which you do hear Daisy's
Where's
voice
Colleen?
echo. Colleen's home. Colleen's not there.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Like, granted, we were flying overhead and we probably could have seen, but I needed to know that she didn't just take her to a dangerous situation.
No. She did drop Colleen off.
Okay, I'm going to fly down, land in front of her, and I'm like, "Hi. Okay. I understand you want to help us, which is great. But if you just saw us recently, we were having a hard time with this worm, and we're magical, and
And what? I'm not. Because I don't have a cool little costume. Because I don't have a little whip to spin around.
I
like
don't
a
want
fucking
you
Indiana
to get
Jones.
hurt. And I am going to +3 to this. And if it's a fail,
Willa and
it'll be a
Daisy,
mixed
Willa and
six-
Daisy.
Oh my god. I mean, Willa's kind of scared of her. I don't know. That is
Oh,
a
God.
8. That is an 8.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
She on a mixed success like that, you see her kind of like wipe her mouth a little bit, and like you see that her hands are a little dirty because she climbed down in there.
Oh, wow.
And her hair is pulled up into a ponytail showing off her undercut, and she's like, "Listen, I understand that whatever angel or whatever fucking thing gave you your powers and made you guys Mothman or whatever didn't do that for me. And that's fine. I don't care at this point. What I do care about is the fact that nobody's telling me anything and just expecting me to do whatever you guys want. I don't roll like that. So I'm going to take the initiative, figure out what's going on, and you
Well-
can tag along if you want.
We're going to explain everything after we fight the Alaskan bullworm.
You could have done that ages ago.
Okay, hold on. I'm flying
Oh my
down
God.
there during this, having heard this, and I want Izzy just to like go down like pretty much like right in front of Daisy. She's shorter than Daisy, but right now she doesn't care, and she's like, listen. I have 2 things to clear up with you. The first being that this was not just my secret to tell. It was also hers. And she is my best friend. And I am not about to give away not only mine, but also my best friend's secret to someone I just barely met. And granted, I know that you are Benny's sister and he has confided you in different things. But again, this is something that was our secret our identities that I didn't know exactly what you were going to do with, and everything that you are showing right now has been saying nothing but antagonistic. Second all, I did lie to you again, because I told you that I thought I was special. I don't think this makes me special. I don't think whatever I am makes me special. I individually can be special, but I don't even think I'm special in that. So if you think that you can't even be special on your fucking own, I can't say anything to you. So if you want to walk in there and get fucking killed, and have me live with that, have your brother live with that, I can't help you. So go, you can fucking go hunt that worm, and I will have to live with that. I will have to live with I fucking let Benny's sister die because I couldn't tell her the truth that wasn't mine.
Blue?
That's fine.
Shrunk away from this.
That is fine. And Izzy's done and she's walking away.
You see her, like, she grabs, like, your wrist first, but then her hand kind of slides so that she interlocks her fingers.
Oh my god!
And she's just like, that was the most badass thing I've ever seen.
I'm kind of scared of you now.
If you guys had just told me, I just wanted to help. You know? And you see that Benny's kind of climbing down, and she kind of glances up and she goes, Benny told me that he's got these powers, and he showed me all the stuff, and he showed me his little transformation, but that's all. He didn't tell me what he was doing or where he was going. You've got to understand, I was fucking freaked out. This is scary shit, and you guys are honestly probably gonna die. And I don't want to die. I don't want Benny to die, because where would that put the bandits? And, like, I mean, I guess in, like, a human to human, if you guys are still human, like, I don't want y'all to die, I guess.
Well,
she kind of shrugs and she goes,
nice.
no, but, like, really, though.
I know he's your brother, and granted, he probably should have explained things a little bit better, but it's like, if we're having difficulties, people who don't have powers are going to not be able to survive against that. And I can't let you be hurt without knowing for sure that you have a surefire way of standing up to those, and I don't want to test it against a mutated twice over worm that we're having difficulty taking down.
And also, our little villainess has a tendency to incept people's brains, and so we don't know who to trust sometimes.
So that was a difficulty at first. So I am really sorry that we had to lie to you, or just not tell you the truth, but we weren't sure at that moment. I didn't have Blue here. I only had Aquamarine, and granted, your brother is something else.
You can say that again.
She nods, and she goes, just...
Are they still holding hands?
Yes.
Yes!
Like, Daisy hasn't let go. And,
does Aquamarine see this? I wanted to get it under his skin.
He's climbing down right now because he can't fly. He does not have fly capability.
We kind of flew down without him.
Yeah, you did. And she goes, I get it, okay? I get it. She kind of shakes her head and she goes, you know, I did the whole homecoming thing because I wanted to get back at Benny, you know? I thought that was going to be my thing. That my magical girl moment.
Oh no, the Kim and DC.
Oh no!
Oh no, not when we're having
Not the Daisy moment.
We can't do this right now.
And Daisy, she takes, like, your entwined hands and, like, cups her other hand around it and is like, she, like, sets her chin on them and is like, listen, I don't want y'all, well,
We're not gonna die because I'm the healer, so we're good.
she kind of looks at you, Will, and
I'm not good with emotional sentiment. I'm sorry. I don't exist.
she rolls her eyes and she looks back at you, Izzy, and is like,
She really doesn't.
great, well, just don't die, get rid of this thing, and just tell me what the fuck is going on next time.
You have our word.
And I'm not joining Colleen's little Discord. She talked so much about it.
She's
I don't
intense.
want to join it.
She's intense.
Holy, that's a lot.
That's why we don't want her to know, especially.
We don't know
Already.
exactly how big her mouth will play.
It's already big enough. I open the fanny pack where Stanley is. I'm like, someone else already knows. I close the fanny pack.
And Daisy kind
We'll
of looks
talk
and she goes,
later.
Oh, this is our animal.
He's the one who
companion,
gave us our
Stanley.
powers, Stanley.
Normally they only pick one person, but he chose 2.
3 technically, but
Oh,
she's in
no.
trade school.
Oh,
she
yeah,
is in
did.
trade
She-
school.
She is in trade school. Long live Jillian.
We flash over to a cool trade school and Jillian sneezes. And looks up and wipes her nose and goes, anyways.
Backstory: Jillian is the 3rd magical girl that was in session 0.
My
before we-
boyfriend's character.
before we even decided that we were going to make this into a Twitch channel type thing. So,
She's the lost lore character.
She is. Oh my gosh, Dreamy, thank you for the fun. Welcome in.
But Daisy, she kind of looks to you, Izzy, and is like, I'm gonna hold you to this. After all of this is done and you guys are fine, you're gonna tell me everything. You can make a cute little PowerPoint if you want, but I want everything. I
Don't
want
tempt her. She will make a
every detail.
PowerPoint. She will make a PowerPoint.
how do you feel about like a live action movie where hand puppets?
Okay. We have a bullworm to fight.
Color coordination, is that it?
Bullworm to fight.
Daisy,
Do you need help getting out of this hole? It is kind of tall.
she gives your hand one last squeeze, Izzy, and lets go, and she goes, no, I'm a rock climber. And you see her start scaling the fucking wall.
She's so cool.
And
Shit!
you see her pass Aquamarine as she does, and she hip checks him, and he
Izzy would
drops
like
the
to
last
try-
little bit.
No, Izzy will try and like to catch him. Izzy's gonna try and catch him.
I like side.
Roll a plus physical.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not physical.
Welcome in. This is the most opportune moment to see the shenanigans, Dreamy. Oh, my god.
3. That is
She
beautiful.
has to right on his ass.
You open your arms and he just blasts into you. Like shoujo falls onto you.
But not in the cute way.
Not in the
Like
cute way.
"Oh, please get off
His
of me
butt,
now.
his butt is really in your face.
Does it smell like roses? Does it smell like roses or does it smell like an ass? I guess it's really the question.
Smells like roses and black opium by Yves Saint Laurent. But he kind of
Able the smell of roses? No. I don't know why. I don't like
I hate the smell of roses. It smells like death.
daisies. Yes, roses. I don't know.
Ooh.
That didn't actually meant to be towards Daisy. Like, legit, no, my mom today has this Daisy soap that I was like, oh, that's like a Daisy Marc Jacob perfume that I really liked and wanted for years. And then I smelled it and I was like, oh, this is very nice.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Not even making the connection that Daisy the character.
I go over and help Pink up.
Aquamarine kind of dusts himself off and goes, so you talked sense into my sister. I appreciate that.
We're going to have a family meeting after this.
He looks at you a little pointed and is like, and you're invited?
She is.
I am her sister, basically.
She is invited. Yes.
And he shrugs and goes, all right, we'll lead the way, ladies. Let's go.
I
Being slightly above-
sidestep over
Yeah.
to Pink. I'm like, for real? If between Daisy and Benny, I want you to go with Daisy. Just so you know, she's not fucking annoying. I am
Willa, to be honest, right now, I feel kind of like a mother trying to keep 3 raring children away from each other.
Yeah, I know.
I think we need to fix
He
that
says,
before we ever adjust what is going on with all of that.
Comment. I am going to bring out the big guns. I'm talking hot sauce.
I do know. I also want to let you know that I really thought about wanting to get my camera out for this.
Oh, good, you're on board with this.
I
Excellent.
mean, granted, I can't ever not be, but please try and get along with them. They were another magical girl character and someone who
If
might
he would
potentially
stop,
sabotage us.
stop being an incessant, abhorrent asshole, then maybe.
He's a high school theater boy. What do you expect?
He's true. He is a tenor. Tenors.
I still don't understand that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're just lucky you don't have to deal with them as often as I do. Anyways, music hallway, remember.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Alaskan bullworm time.
I will give you guys, if you roll me a be vigilant check or a glimpse the truth, I I'll use that essentially as like a nature check in D&D to do tracking.
Interesting.
Because you know a lot about these worms at this point.
Yes.
And
Well, that's a 4 for me.
I'm gonna avoid those 2 dice that you tried to roll with.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm gonna roll with
a
these.
nice failure right there.
Vigilance, I think.
is plus mental.
Plus mental, so 9.
Beautiful.
Okay. As you guys are walking, you hear a sound kind of due west from you. And there are a few pathways that lead that way.
West towards the school.
West towards the school.
Cool.
They better not dig a fucking tunnel under the gym and ruin homecoming. I will blow
What
up.
about the dance?
The dance is the most important thing ever. Anyways.
So, is this gonna like sidestep over to Willa? She's like, since when has the homecoming dance become such an important thing to you?
What? What?
I'm just wondering.
What?
I'm just wondering because of that handshake.
Okay, listen. We went full out with the outfits. I got the really cute pantsuit. Everyone has to see it. It's fucking adorable. We are going to dominate the dance floor.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay. I believe you.
Okay, I believe you.
Like squint at her, like.
She's like, no, I put you down.
Mhm.
Okay.
That is a
So
lie.
we're gonna go west. Yep. Okay. I would like to. Oh, can I have Kumiko back, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm not touching her though.
Kumiko's like a
I'm
little
not touching
dash
her.
cam.
It's. I'm not touching Kumiko. Kumiko is with G9.
Yes.
And Blue.
Yeah, when Daisy kind of crawled out, Kumiko scuttled down and came up to you and was like, "Your friend is very, very nice. She was very polite and she put on lots of lovely songs for all of us. It was really fun. We listened to a song by about a black widow, which she told me was another kind of spider, and it was great. It was a very fun dance jam."
See, plus 10 points for Daisy already.
What are we gonna do? Like, be like, how well do people babysit my little spider? Is this what we're gonna do to us and be like, Benny's terrible? There you go.
Stamp of approval. Listen.
Okay. With Kumiko on your shoulder. Hello.
Hi. Yes.
Someone flies ahead to see if like they can also help tracking if there's any like bends in the ways.
The
Pass.
flies? Or okay.
The flies, the bugs. Yep. The little like moths, bees, butterflies, whatever myriad of insects get summoned.
Yeah, you see them kind of fly forward, and you have one very diligent little worker bee comes back and goes and starts telling you that there's a few forks in the road, but there's one that is wider than the rest of them, almost as if like two worms went down it at once.
Okay.
Just
Okay. Sounds
says, I believe that is the way that we need to be going.
okay. I believe you. All right. Good work. And so we're gonna kind of go forward down that tunnel.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Do we see?
I'm going to heal myself a couple times.
Yeah.
And
Could you heal me?
yes, actually.
Could you heal me?
Get those heels going.
Yeah, okay, now I'm at 10. How much do you need to get healed?
I think it's just 2.
Okay, boom. I like pat you on the shoulder. I'm like, you're good.
You're good, sweetie.
If this was a video game, you would see some kind of save crystal or a block to save your progress at this point.
Final Fantasy and
So are we God's favorite right now? Just like with your own D&D.
I as a kind benevolent DM are letting you know that now is a good time to heal. Now's a good time for
I
that.
turn
Beautiful.
to Aquamarine and I'm like, do you need healing?
You know what? I am feeling a little. And he extends his hand.
I like guy shitting.
He takes it and then he immediately like bro hugs you and is like, that was terrible.
I pat his back really hard.
And imbue him with some healing and he goes, oh, thanks. I guess.
Okay.
God. Izzy's just looking at this, be like,
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's
No.
fine.
Don't worry about it.
It's no big deal.
Most aggressive bro shake hug ever.
okay.
You enter into what looks to be the heart of their operation.
Oh.
You see that it is
We found it so easily?
a circular room. You've been in these tunnels enough that I'm not gonna make you struggle for that. Like,
Okay.
you
I
have been
appreciate-
trolling in these tunnels for a while. It is a circular shaped room. On the outside of the room, there is an elevated plateau that circles around the entire thing. Down in the basin, it's almost like a reservoir. You see that it is kind of bubbling with that rift water. And you see that the double-sided worm is kind of lounging with one head up and one head down in that reservoir.
I want to sizzle it. Or, before I barge in there and cause problems, do we want to actually have a plan this time?
Okay, so as a refresher of what this thing looks like, oh, not the thing, but like it's a circular room with a basin further in
Yes,
the
it
center,
looks like
so
it's
circled
healing.
with like a bowl inside.
Is it healing from what it looks
Does,
like?
does it look less bloodied?
Right, okay, so
It looks
maybe...
good, and it's like, you see that it's like teleport colors are all over it. Like, it's this iridescent kind of sparkly bit.
Okay, maybe you, like, we need to get rid of that reservoir for sure. Otherwise, it'll just keep on healing and we'll never get our shit done. So I think our main priority is the reservoir.
Reservoir, kill
Keep it distracted while someone, like, gets rid of the reservoir and then we go
should we
full
make
ham.
it? Should we make it want to teleport away and then chase it down from there in order to get away from the reservoir, and then just take care of the reservoir as we are?
So, wait, you want someone to bait...
reservoir as we are.
you want someone to bait the worm while someone else...
Get the worm away,
Okay.
scare it away, make it teleport away, take care of the reservoir, get rid of it while it's away, and then just chase down the worm. That
Okay.
way the reservoir is gone.
All right, who has the best at distracting
Granted, I also
people?
don't. I guess like the best way to put on the reservoir is to make you flame sort it, but I also don't know how long that would work. So
I
because like it
mean-
could possibly just come back, and possibly the best person to distract her and make it go away is Benny.
I thought you
Yeah.
were suggesting to just evaporate the water in there, and I was like, that's gonna take a long time.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. It's either that or like somehow make the cave like collapse.
Yeah, it is, you can tell this is a fairly large, sort of dug underground thing. Like, the whole room itself is, like, probably 1,000 feet in diameter.
big
It's
room.
a big room.
This is a boss
Never
room
mind,
for
we
sure.
probably just need to take care of the worm.
It's a big room.
We should
Probably
need
just
to
take care of the worm.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to take care of the reservoir unless it's gone.
We
And
gotta-
even if we try and take it away, if we start trying to get rid of it, it'll just come back. So we need to take care of it. And get it
We just
out.
gotta lure it out of here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Benny distract the two of us sneak attack it from behind.
Sure.
Benny,
He
Aquamarine.
smiles and he goes, I mean, if we really
I
want
mean,
to keep
I
up
could
the
do it if you don't
formalities.
want to.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, no, this is the least I can do for you. And he stands up kind of tall and like starts forward, but then he stops and he turns around and he points to his cheek and goes, kiss for luck.
With the bottom of my boot.
He
'Cause that's
shakes
not
his
the
head and he
way
goes, I know that was a little bit
was
too
gross.
much to ask.
It was gross.
And you see him get his whip and he
Izzy's like, maybe later.
he looks back and
Don't get your hopes.
winks and he whips the ground and the worm turns and he goes, see
We're
you guys
in
on the other
shadows.
side. And you see him sprint forward in a cool like contemporary dance. Like it looks like he's doing the rumba on his own.
Aggressively dances at the worm.
He is like dancing along the edge and the worm is like starting to come up and like follow him and
Oh,
he's kind of twirling almost
Snake
like
charmer kind of thing.
yeah,
Okay.
like ribbon routine and
Okay.
like the worm that was being your friend that was initially charmed by him is like, oh, he's back and is following intently.
Boy.
The butt comes out of the water and looks just like looks angry, like why am I out of this water? So they are trailing along the side edge of the plateau there.
Okay.
Okay. I guess Izzy is just going to. It's out of the water, right?
Yep.
So Izzy is gonna like nod to Blue, and she's going to try to hex the worm.
Hex that worm.
Nice.
Ooh,
A
fuck yes. No, that's a 13.
That's a 13, baby.
Let's fucking go. You're going down. Okay, so I can hold 3.
Okay.
So I want to make it, does it have any of the conditions I gave it before about
No,
the slogan?
it looks fully healed.
Okay, I want it to be slowed, so fast actions gain +1.
Okay.
Does it look, do you think it would be helpful for it to drop an item, or does it even seem like it has like an item or something it can drop? Like,
Because worms don't have
like,
packets.
could it maybe like
They don't
drop
have
its exoskeleton skin?
Or an exoskeleton shield.
It doesn't drop that, but you do see that from the rift water, it's leaving little salt deposits behind it.
The Epsom salt.
Gold
It's gotta be
shit.
the Epsom salt.
Mayor
Okay, but
Gold
who
shit.
sells this stuff? Who sells it? The wet goods store.
Mayor Gold shit has a secret franchise that does
This is how she funds
Willa's
her
got her
campaign.
red string tying it all over.
It's like
It's
this.
all back to Mayor Gold shit.
It's all Mayor Gold shit. Okay. So. Okay.
So,
We smack it?
so does it have an item I can drop, or is it just a salt?
It's just the salt.
Just a salt. Okay, so well, I did one with the slowed. Since it's out of the water, target cannot flee the battle area.
Okay.
And what kind of negative conditions can I inflict on it?
Give it everything tasty.
What do you do for convincing it to do that?
That is an emotional.
You can
I mean, I could take it away its emotion.
make it enfeebled, muddled, isolated, self-doubting, mundane. You could stun it or you can restrain it. Wait,
I like the restraining.
restraining is held in place and it cannot move by its own power.
Actually, instead of how it can't flee the battle area, can it do? If I do that, would it not be able to teleport still? Do you think?
It would
Okay.
be restrained.
So restrained there, and could I? What would it be to be self-isolated, or what's the isolated one?
Isolated means that it affects its emotional state.
I'm gonna
That's
also
bad
do the
worm.
emotional state to kind of like feel like maybe it's alone, or is like that isolated state where like it's
You're
surrounded
alone
by.
in this world, worm.
Which you see that the side that's
We
watching
can
Benny
take you to a better place.
is seems pretty unaffected, but the butt side just kind of looks and it goes almost as if it's like, yeah, I know I'm alone. I know that. We've been left here by ourselves.
Oh no.
It's like not even my other side of me like likes me.
So I guess I'm gonna go swing at it. Or
By all means.
emotional damage. Can I like just
Yeah,
insult it and make it really sad? No, just kidding.
Hey, worm, you no good, worm.
You lame. Even fishes don't like to eat ya.
For a worm, damn.
Okay. So I have now just a +2 to physical.
Yes.
But the +2 just comes from the sword.
And then you +1 to clash actions.
It's cocked.
I mean, the other one is a 1.
Snake
dark
eyes.
cloud is
The dark cloud is back. Okay, another experience.
Yep. And you get up close, and this worm that was just kind of sitting there, very sad. As you like swing, it opens its mouth and it chomps down on you for 3 harm.
Oh.
And you see that it's kind of like tried to like chew toy you like a dog, but its teeth are too big.
Too big.
No, stop it. I want to swing at it again.
Okay.
Swing at it again. Wait a minute, didn't you say people get a +1 to clash?
Yes.
Oh, so I'm back to a +3.
Yeah.
I still would have failed anyways, but you know, that's great to know. Okay.
There
we go. 13, let's go, baby.
All right. So what do you want to do here with your enhanced effect? Everybody can get +1 forward. You suffer no damage. You do double damage, or you don't really want the enemy to flee. So
I will do double damage on him, and
Do
then I am going to gain advantage. Gain advantage for myself. Okay. Because I'm just going to keep on going ham on
Okay.
this.
That's 3 damage then.
Yes, 3 damage. Yes.
The worm does 2 against you.
Okay. I'm like unleashing all of my fury that I have on Benny into this worm right here. Righteous fury! And I'm just gonna swing at it again for another +3. Wow!
Damn.
We're at 14. people.
All right. So what are you gonna do here? Suffer no damage or do double damage?
Double damage, and I'm going to suffer less damage.
Okay.
-1 harm for me.
So 6 for double damage.
Yes.
Okay.
So I just have 4 now.
Perfect.
Okay.
I am going to try to beam it with magic energy.
You have a magic beam.
It might have a little buzzy biz in it.
Oh!
11 to hit?
Yep.
No, 13 to hit.
Yep.
Nice.
13 to hit.
So same thing here. You can pick a enhanced effect where you suffer no damage. The attack does double damage, or you can have it flee, but you don't want to do that.
I do not want it to play
You don't want to do that.
You just
No.
do the double damage, and I can just heal you.
double damage is fine.
Perfect. So you're gonna take.
Four to it. What do I take?
You take 2.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
It's looking
rough.
Okay.
It's looking rough.
Little tough.
I'm gonna heal myself again twice, so it's gonna be an 8.
You
Cool,
hear
so
Benny
I'm gonna
kind of
try.
like do a little clap, and he goes, "Hey guys, maybe you want to do something about this worm because it's getting angry."
We're working on it.
Izzy's really wondering, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just you're distracting it. You can still hit it yourself. Granted, but
Full on assault.
NPCs can't hit things.
It's
no.
Ooh, okay. Haha, that's an 11.
Oh hell yeah! All right.
So that's
8.
No.
You're rolling mystical for this.
Yeah,
right?
mystical. Does it also get +1 for the clash? So
Well,
is it
what's your
is it a
mystical
+3?
modifier?
+3. So do I get +3 in total with the +1 to flash and then the +2 to mystical?
Yeah.
Okay. So 10. To
Okay.
hit.
So both of you can take this one of these extra effects where you can inflict extra damage, suffer less damage, force them where you want them, or force them to drop something.
I'm going to inflict extra damage on it.
Okay.
Extra
So
damage.
that
I
is-
don't think we want to
Yeah.
like make it go anywhere
No.
specifically.
How much damage was that?
That is 3 damage.
Okay. And is how much damage?
Double, 2
Well,
for like normal.
Okay, well double the 3. That's a 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's 4.
All right, bet. You guys in tandem hit this worm,
Best friends.
and you hear it make one final kind of death rattle, and both sides kind of come up in a little U shape, and you see it dissolve into that sea foam.
Yes! No more Alaskan bullworm.
Do do do
Do do do do do.
Yes.
I want to evaporate whatever leftover ripped water is around here.
The
It
ripped
is-
water is fairly deep when you get a
Is-
look at it.
I have an idea. Okay, so this is Izzy talking. So to get rid of the rip water, I'm assuming this is an acid, in a sense, because
You can roll
Can I see what kind of, like,
be
what
vigilant check,
phase it- okay.
or a glimpse of truth.
glimpse the truth.
Yeah.
That's mystical for glimpse?
Both of them are mental.
Both of them are mental. Okay, so this is a +1 to that.
Got this in the
So
bag.
10 to figure out kind of what it's composed out of.
Okay. So technically you should ask those questions, but you can hold 3 here
Okay.
of like what happened here recently, what's about to happen, blah 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 blah, all of those.
I guess it could be like what is new and useful information I gather?
You can see very clearly through the rift water. It's very pretty to look at.
Don't do that.
It doesn't seem to be caustic from the outside, but you see at the bottom of the reservoir there is some kind of like almost like a sink stopper at the bottom, and you see that it's probably about like 10 feet down.
Could you pull the plug on it?
Is there a stopper?
In it?
Yeah, there's a stopper in it.
So I'm gonna do an I wish. I
Heck
feel like
yeah.
I can do this because I can do magic.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like I can do my normal human stuff
Uh-huh.
even when I'm transformed.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It works both ways.
Nice.
Oh, that's a 12.
12, baby.
So I think I can hold
everything.
like I can hold 2. So I would like to close it. Like close the stopper because I can like open or shut a lock. So I'd like to shut the
It's
stopper.
already closed.
It's already
Open-
closed.
open.
It already is closed. Okay, so
Open
this
it.
is my idea. If the water is like acidic, I want to summon something like a weak base like hydrogen peroxide because that will cancel it out. Because I can summon a common object into my hand. So since I could do it, I'd like to at least do it the first time to see like if there's a reaction.
Mrs. Bird must be so proud of you right now.
I didn't feel like science. Izzy was always like very like good and like liked how straightforward it was. But let's see what pouring in like some bottle of hydrogen peroxide does to this fucking pool of water, magical rift water.
You see that the water, it turns a strange green color for a moment, but then it reverts back to its magical kind of blue purpley.
It's because it's magic. Muggle stuff probably doesn't mess with it. You get magic hydrogen peroxide, maybe? We could just drain the water for now, right?
Would that make it go back to the ocean?
Well, there's a reason why the stopper's there, right?
Pink is gonna reach over and she's gonna unwrap the panty pack that Stanley is in.
Stanley, assess!
Oh, now you want my help, do ya? Now you do. Who's this chuckle fuck? Why is he still here? Why did you even let him come along?
Reluctant alliance. He distracted the worm.
Chuckle fuck.
Chuckle fuck. I like your words, Stanley.
Thank you.
It's like, don't mind me as I'm just writing down just chuckle fuck in my note.
I'm so thrilled for us to compare notes after this.
Your notes are just numbers and underlined words and phrases.
So
But it's important things for me to remember.
I
Also
hold them
calculating how much damage
the
it's taken.
reservoir, and I'm like, should
goes-
we unplug this drain? Maybe drain all the rift water, or what do we do with this?
I guess.
The worm's dead.
Worm's dead.
The worm's dead for sure.
Okay.
For my second revisioning, could I do a what's the most useful thing here?
Yeah.
Okay, like, I guess
It is. Well,
but-
Stanley will give you that information.
Okay.
Because he looks and he goes, what is all this fucking trick in the book? You see, Mariana's getting sloppy over here. She knows that we're forced to be reckoned with. See, what she did is she filled this little tub with the groundwater, like your guys' water.
Oh.
But she put that stopper in there so she could essentially cultivate it enough into being rift water.
Is it rift water enough that if it was escaped back into the ocean and or water systems, it could fuck things up?
Would it would it be diluted with the ocean water?
It's gonna get diluted with the groundwater that is being stoppered up right there, but it's gonna flood all of these little tunnels. There's too much of that groundwater. It's gonna flood all of this shit. Or at least make everything very soggy.
So we gotta book it if that's the case.
We would, but we also know the way out.
But Benny can't fly, so we need to give Benny a heads up. Hey, get out of here, and we're going to flood the place.
Yeah,
Betty's like sitting right there.
well, you're back! He goes, well, I appreciate your concern for me, Blue.
Don't worry, she already has someone she's interested in.
He looks affronted and is like, no.
I fist bump.
Just like, I'm gonna funny.
And he goes, I, quite frankly, don't want to leave you here. And he looks at you, Izzy. He's like, I don't want to leave you by yourself.
We're going to escape pretty much immediately.
You know fly. We fly. You go ahead and get out a tunnel while we flood the place.
Roll to convince someone.
It is a +3,
I'm
baby.
like, I can't carry your...
Make success. Make success.
He will do it, but you have to prove it to him right now because he's looking and he's like, I mean, sure, but say that you don't fly as well with your wings all wet. What's gonna happen then?
Benny, I can't carry you. And do you want to be carried by her?
And he
I was just trying to give you the easy way out to not have to reject Willa outright.
he stands up and he looks to you, Willa, gives like a nod, and then turns to you, Izzy, and you see him toss a few of his rose petals, and he goes, "Be careful. See you on the other side."
Do the rose petals do anything?
No.
Oh my god.
Those are just for decoration. But you
okay.
can tell they are real rose petals this time.
They're not the plastic ones.
They're not the cheapo
roasted.
plastic ones that you guys.
That biodegrade and
Yeah,
harm
it
the
doesn't
environment.
care about the environment. Anyways, okay, so he's out of the tunnel now.
Yeah, he is. He's making his way out of the tunnel. Yep.
Okay, so when he clears the top of the roof of the hole, then
I'm gonna send
Hold the
Kumiko
phone.
with him just so like we kind of see a little bit more about what's going on, just to make sure he's getting out.
do not be friendly with this guy. He's a jerk.
You see Coco. Hi. Oh, you're tall.
This is Daisy's brother.
Oh.
They're just a magical boy form. Go with them. Be my eyes and ears. We'll come up and meet you.
He smiles and he very gently holds Kumiko and goes, "Don't worry, I will guard her with my life."
You better. She's
And
a precious being.
he sets her on his shoulder and she like immediately like nestles into his neck like, "So good, Dixie."
No, stop. Who gave her the anime channel? I gave her Barbie movies to watch.
She ran out of them so quickly. I had to find something else.
Anyways,
I feel like magical girl animes were just like the next best thing.
okay, just pull the stopper thing
And
and
very age appropriate.
pull the stopper. Let's get out of here.
Okay. So running to fly, like about to leave, uses the other like I wish to like unstopper it.
And we just fly out of there.
The stopper disappears and the space around you rumbles.
Okay, now
We're going. We're going.
Okay, now we just race out of here.
I need both of you to make a plus magic check.
Thank God I don't have a net. It's not gonna matter anyway, because I'm gonna roll fucking snake eyes again, and I'm gonna die or something. You roll first.
Give me a question. Can we do it? We can do this together before?
Yes, we're mentally hyping each other
Could
up.
we mentally
Like, as you
up?
this, your speed, sonic speed.
Yes, so you guys are holding hands as you are flying out of here.
So roll with
roll with
advantage?
advantage.
With
Yeah, so
three
roll
dice.
3 dice.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
you roll first because there's a lot of dice going on here.
There is.
Nice.
Fucking 12.
12,
That
12,
nat 12.
Nat 12.
It's the only nat you can have. 9.
9.
That's really good.
Izzy, you hear just the faint kind of whisperings, and you don't discern a lot of words except for the words,
Would they still love me if I was a word?
What?
Willa, you hear something completely different.
Oh. Marina's incepting us again. On a nat 12, she incepted her? Anyways.
No, I heard it.
You feel cold as you are holding Izzy's hand, and you hear in your mind,
Just know that she's probably going to embrace you. They're all the same.
Get out of my head.
You can't trust her.
Get out of my head.
She's not in there. We're good. We're okay. We're gonna get out of here.
No, she's telling me that you're going to abandon me. Get out. Get out of my head.
We'll see each other soon.
No. Go away.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, I'm talking to her in my brain. She's incepting me. I'm trying to be positive. Okay, let's go. Okay. We're just yelling at each other while we just scream. It's like the siren effect. Wow!
you guys make your way out of the tunnel just in time as you see like a small there's essentially about 6 feet of water, like space between the water and the top of the
Okay.
the boba. Yeah, the boba hole.
Yeah.
So it fills all the way up with water. All the way to the boba hole.
Benny is up at the top, and you see that he is de-transformed, and he is kind of raking his fingers through his hair, and Daisy's leaning on her car and just kind of watching.
Okay. I'm just imagining just an epic pose, freeze frame or whatever, slow-mo frame of us just emerging from the depths that we're
Like
just
both
fabulous.
with their holding
Sparkle.
hands.
We got
just
butterfly
fuck
wings,
yes.
angel wings going on. We look phenomenal.
It's very cool. The sun is setting, so the sky is this wonderful mix of just pinks and oranges, and it's just beautiful and impressive. And you see both of the Schwartz twins look up and are a bit mesmerized for a moment.
Ha! That's right. We look fabulous.
If only Josh were here.
I'm landing. Unless.
Unless.
I guess we landed. I'm holding Willa's hand, and I'm like, "You good?" Alright.
She needs to stop incepting my brain. This is so fucking annoying.
Did she incept your brain?
She incepted my brain. She's telling me like, oh, you're going to abandon me. You don't love me anymore. But like, girl, come
I
on.
mean, I heard something, but it was just kind of like, didn't feel.
Okay, well, I'm glad that she is targeting me and not you.
I think she's targeting both.
Okay, but she's like, she keeps on talking about shit. Can't not wait to punch her in the face. Wasabi in the eyes.
Izzy kind of just like pats the top of your head, just like curls around and just like pats you. just like, you'll get her. You'll wasabi her right in the face.
I will.
Yeah.
I will wasabi her. I will spike my flaming sword with wasabi in it right in her mouth.
You should wear some eye goggles. You don't want to get that in your eyes.
It's true. We're just like mumbling to us.
We're just talking to each other
Yeah.
like this. Like, this is totally normal. This is
Yeah.
not like movies. Izzy will like turn back to the two Schwartz twins and she's like, I think homecoming will be saved.
What about that pizza that we ordered a while ago? I'm really hungry now.
Daisy
actually.
holds up her phone and she goes, I actually ordered us some sandwiches, so you guys can come back to our place and we can have a little debrief.
Izzy will turn to Will and she's like, there are home movies.
Benny turns and is like,
I like hold your hand, I'm like, and I look straight at Benny. Oh,
listen,
I am.
They're funny.
My interest is
they're funny. And he goes, I've been talented since the day I was born.
I'm sure.
What about you?
Should I show her the High School Musical one?
Daisy goes, we gotta show you the Cats one.
Say less.
Wait a minute. What's the car situation again?
They have their cars. My car is at the Schwartzes still. You have no car.
No.
Naturally.
Yes.
Have you guys kept your? Are you still in transformation?
Yes, I think
Yeah. So shadows, as long as there's no camera, because I still have some vigilance type shit.
I do need you to.
for the vigilance. Could I still use it, even though I still haven't used? Even though it's been like a minute in game time.
Roll me that be vigilant check again,
Yeah.
because I need it.
7. 8. 10. Right? It's mental.
9.
Mental.
No, I only have a +1.
I'm gonna give you guys a choice.
Oh no.
You are either going to be seen out back by Glenn or by Dirk Jensen Jr.
Dirk Jensen Jr.
Jr. Because the wet goods store is on my hit list.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that man yet. I want to see.
He's
Dirk
probably the
Jensen
big bad. Who knows? Dirk Jensen Jr. all the
Dirk
way.
Jensen.
Dirk Jensen Jr. has walked out of the back of the wet goods store with trash in hand, and he drops the bag and just stares at you guys. And is like looking from the Schwartzes to you, to the Schwartzes to you.
Izzy is going to have her flies be summoned and like take up the trash bag again and like put it in the trash.
Fucking.
And Pink is gonna be like, "Are you okay? Let me get that for you."
You're.
It's like, "Hi, I'm Pink. This is Blue."
Yeah, I already met your dad.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The whole situation's fixed. Hopefully the boba shop can reopen. You can get some more business around the
He
store.
works. Yeah, he works at the Wet Goods store. Yeah.
You see, he's pinching his arm. He's like,
No, you're not dreaming. Trust me.
You're awake.
You're awake. You're very awake.
what the fuck do you mean I'm awake?
This is not a
And
dream,
You're
my
pinching
dude.
yourself. Is that not what people do when
Yeah.
they think that they're dreaming?
I mean,
Right, Blue?
Yeah, right.
I thought so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless if you want this to be a fever dream, but it's definitely not.
he looks really
I mean, there is
confused
a
and really
picture with you and his
concerned.
dad.
That is true.
That is true.
Don't.
We're sorry. We know what you look like because there's a picture of your dad and
And
you,
your dad absolutely loves you.
Don't stop. And you see that he's blushing. He's very embarrassed. He goes, did I? And you see him look a little frightened, and he goes,
You're not dead, if that's what you're thinking.
no, did I? Are you here because I drew you?
You drew me?
But
You drew us?
You drew us?
Oh,
he looks really embarrassed, and he's like, no, never mind.
we
And you see
see
him turn and hightail it out of there.
I like him.
he's so
What's up with me befriending, like, people younger than me?
You're like adopting all of these children.
Gina, I feel like in a way for Willa, it's like she has this god complex and children are just like, oh, and you're like,
yes. Does this get rid of my Does this get rid of my condition because I'm being basically like, oh yeah, you're good. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. I have my.
You ate a slice of the opposite of humble pie and are feeling on top of the world.
Victory cake right going on
Let's
here.
go.
Victory cake.
Izzy's going to look like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. It could have been Karen or something.
Somewhere across town, you see
Karen
Karen is
refuses.
writing an angry Facebook post to her neighborhood watch meth group.
Oh gosh, okay.
Okay, let's. I guess we'll go over.
trying to like get to the Schwartzes as like covertly as possible. I would like to get onto the Discord message with Coley.
Well, you have
We're still transformed.
two
right?
cars.
Yeah.
You have two cars.
There are two
and,
cars, so we can either fly to the Schwartzes or we can just drive with them.
I mean,
We probably shouldn't detransform right where he saw us. So
Yeah.
I would prefer us fly and then
Yeah.
detransform like in/around their house.
in the backyard or something.
Does that work? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Willa does not want to be with Daisy right now. Not Daisy. Benny.
I mean, yeah.
Daisy's also scary, but
For a moment there, I didn't think you were gonna have a good relationship with either of them, and I'm like, what is this with two people who are both don't like my best friend,
and they both like
trying
you.
to like court me, and I'm like, someone's going to have to like Willa or get along with Willa because this is not gonna happen otherwise.
Yeah. Willa's trying to be a better person, but it's a very slow process. Notice she hasn't been insulting Benny as much as she would.
She's trying.
And we're very proud of her.
Yeah,
She's
I know
trying in her
That's
own
growth.
way.
Character
Benny might not recognize it, but I do.
Okay, we're flying over to Benny's.
We're
I'm like
flying
talking with her all the way there. I'm like, oh my god, Benny fucking Schwartz! And I'm just like ranting to her all the time. I'm like talking about all the insults I could have thrown at him, but I didn't.
Like Izzy, like while we're flying, she's gonna have this one little quiet moment, and she's like, "So what do I do?"
Why are you leading him on?
I mean, in a way, I
You do it like the maybe like no, not yet for the little cheek kiss thing. Like, girl, you're digging yourself your own grave here.
I don't know. Like he has his moments of being so sweet, and then he's a dick, and I don't know what to do with that. And then
Very tense music for this conversation.
really, I'm just like getting rid of.
Like, oh damn, okay.
Granted, I'm gonna be real. Part of the flirtiness is coming from me as the player rather than Izzy as the person.
Yeah.
So apologies.
She's
for that.
probably more flirty as Pink because she has more confidence. Maybe.
Yeah, she, like her confidence kind of like gets a little kick up. So like, granted, she like still is like, it's like the bit of like, oh yeah, I'm so wonderfully special. Like, okay, like maybe later, and then she's like afterwards, she's like, and then she's regretting things, and she's just like, oh my god, what am I doing? And she's just like, so she's still like the very like nervous, like antsy person, and she's just like,
And I tell you, like,
should I have done like any of that? Like I don't like Benny has like moments of like, yes, I like him, and then other times it's just like he is like that teenage theater boy, and I don't know.
his brain
that, but
isn't
he's
done
also-
cooking yet. So.
He's also a magical boy, so we have to kind of work with him. And I'm like, how do we work with someone who doesn't get along with you and keeps flirting with me?
I'm working on myself.
An enemy out of him.
I'm working on myself. It's a process or whatever. I honestly don't know, but if he does anything weird and uncomfortable, tell me. You know I will take care of him.
Izzy kind of like has a little moment of like kind of touching the back of her hand where he had kissed her before, and she's just like, I will. I'm sorry. I know I've been kind of weird with like the Benny situation, but I don't know what's going on. I'm still kind of confused.
Boys are weird.
Boys are weird.
Boys are like so
How can you
weird.
like one second and then they open their mouth and then you hate them?
Exactly. That's what. Josh. Yeah.
Speaking of Josh.
What about Josh?
You arrived to the Schwartz.
No! we land and you say Josh. I'm like, nope, not in front of Benny, because he will exploit the shit out of that.
I'm just saying, you made a promise about the boba shop and there's a boba truck on fire. If it is
Well then, it just gives me more time to mentally prepare what I'm going to say to him and stuff.
The
an excuse.
the Schwartzes have pulled into their driveway and the door is open.
Okay,
Should we
so,
do a
like,
be vigilant check to before we drop our transformation to see we don't have any nosy neighbors?
Considering there's media outside of, there are a couple down neighbors, Mayor Schwartz's house, just a few hours ago.
Yeah, it is in the twilight hours, so it is
7.
Willa, you see that you guys are well in the clear.
Okay.
I stayed in my transformation for a minute, being like very nervous to transform out.
Oh,
until
now
I-
you're scared to de-transform.
Until I see
Okay.
you do it, and then I'm like, okay, I guess it's fine. Question mark.
We're okay.
Okay. I guess we go in, and Willa's going for that fucking sandwich. She is hungry.
It is the most gorgeous sandwich display you've ever seen. It is fucking luxury sandwiches.
Luxury sandwiches.
It is just the most artisanal bread. It is
Oh,
the
you
most
used to look
exciting.
ciabatta?
And
Ooh.
Daisy grins. She goes,
Yeah.
Oh fuck yes.
"Could be my guess, dude."
Izzy's like, oh, is that the crew? She's like looking
Is
at
there
the
a
sandwich.
shooting?
She's like, very nice choice of sandwiches.
Willa, Daisy puts a few condiments down, and you see that she's got like a ghost pepper based hot sauce.
Give me that shit.
And she looks at you very impressed and
Give
is
me that
like,
shit. I actually, hang on. I like reach into my fanny pack and I have like my extra supply of hot sauce. Not my magical girl hot sauce, but
Is
just
it
like,
with Stanley?
yeah.
Stanley's just like,
Was Stanley just chilling in your fanny pack with
Is it time for us to talk now, or are you gonna?
Izzy's gonna hear him out and be like, hot sauce packets right next to him.
Dude, like the little counter packet, they're not gonna burst. I like take like the ghost pepper cayenne.
Take him out, take the little stand that's also in the fanny pack that unfolds and just like puts him on.
The hottest pepper from the jungle or whatever, just vintage. And I just like put all of that on the sandwich, big mouth, not even bothered.
I agree with
Daisy,
up there.
Daisy grins and
I
is
like
like,
hot stuff.
all right. Do you have another one of those? You want to share?
Actually, I do. Here you go.
She takes it. It's like, cool.
Will is like, she's so cool.
You see Benny comes down. He has changed into a much different, cooler outfit.
Oh my god!
You see him, he's buttoning up his flannel as he walks down, exposing...
Buttoning up his
Are the sleeves rolled up?
The sleeves are rolled up, baby, and you just get a little peek of sternum. A little peek there. And he smiles and he's like, all right, dig in, guys. I hope it's to your liking.
Izzy is gonna go over to the home video section and look for
Fuck
cats.
yes.
She's looking for cats right off the bat.
You see it, very a la animes, 2000XX.
Oh my gosh.
And it's the Diamante Community Theater cast recording.
Oh
my gosh.
God. Oh, put that on now, immediately. I want to see.
And he's like, oh, do we have to do this? I was supposed to play Mr. Mistopheles, but...
I don't know who that is.
And Daisy goes, fast forward it to about 30 minutes in. That's where you want to be.
Ching. So I'm gonna do maybe a 27. That way I can go run and grab a sandwich.
Yeah.
I take a seat. I'm pretty sure they have a power chair somewhere. It's like a golden armchair. I plop right in there, make myself at home. Play the clip.
A little hologram comes up and goes,
What?
greetings. Would
What?
you like us to begin the massage?
No.
Would you like seat warmers?
No.
How about seat coolers?
No. What is this hologram chair?
You'll have to click no 2 more. And then
You said this chair. Okay. Click.
no, we just got one for Arthur and it didn't study.
You know what? I was wondering that chair in his
We
study.
had to get it special custom made because it didn't only came in couches. We wanted to get a nice leather type armchair so he could just relax in his little
such
office
a power
study.
move. I
It
love
really
that.
is. It was so cute. Had a nice wooden work legs, and she's putting together her sandwich real quick to come join you
No,
next
no,
to the
no,
chair.
no.
And then
Cancel.
she puts 2 buttons, and she's like, "Okay, you're good."
Initiating comfort mode.
Okay.
We love it.
Okay, so we're just doing.
I'm curling up next to Willa on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering who's gonna try.
Who's gonna wedge themselves between us? Who's gonna sit next to whom?
Roll me one.
Kumiko is also with you.
Roll me
true.
1d6.
Kumiko is with you. I have Stanley.
1d6.
Stanley dice. A 6.
6.
That's not my business.
The Schwartz twins are
Divided.
Neither.
they're coming in pretty hot, and you see them very like cliche sibling wise of like pushing each other as they're walking, and Daisy shoves Benny over and sits next to you, Izzy. And it's like,
The seat taken. It is now.
good. And she reaches her arm across the back of the sofa, and just kind of lets it sit
Do
there.
I see this
Here's the big
happening?
Should be.
Yeah. Benny takes a seat on the floor, leaning against Daisy's legs, and kind of looks up at you like, enjoying the film.
I will in about 1 more minute when it reaches 30 seconds.
Oh my god, the costuming.
And Izzy's going to kind of like pull out her phone real quick and take whatever recording of this, whatever point of the 30 minutes into Cats is going to be.
Wait, face the frame right there, right there. It's like,
What do we see? What do we see?
it's just-
Emily.
You see a probably about 12-year-old Daisy and Benny dressed in as good of costumes and makeup as community theater can afford. Both in stripy leotards, and they're doing like this little gymnastics kind of move where they're like holding each other around the waist and doing cartwheels. Their voices are not great as they sing. It's a little shrill,
So-
but it is fairly impressive for kids that age.
Yeah. Such a bizarre. This is like a fever dream
The
musical.
cartwheels are pretty neat considering like 12 years old. Very nice.
Did you guys do Shrek the Musical?
Oh my god.
Daisy scoffs and goes, "No, we weren't that lucky."
Damn, you could have been a good dragon. One of the dragon ladies.
The one who
Thanks.
marries a donkey?
No, the dragon the sing. Okay, so have you seen Shrek the Musical?
I've seen Shrek the movie.
Shrek the Musical.
the
So
Musical.
when the dragon comes in, there's 3 ladies singing for the dragon because she has a very powerful voice,
she's a
and
big
it
lady.
sounds fucking
It's-
fantastic.
Honestly, this is a PSA. The Shrek musical is good.
Good. So good. That's so really good. The costume is so good.
Too. I've been meaning to.
You can watch it on
Yeah.
Netflix, and the Netflix recording has Brian Darcy James, and I love Brian Darcy James.
Exactly.
He's a great dude.
The only reason I know about Shrek the Musical is because Christina the Alto has showed me Shrek the Musical. She insisted.
She gave you a rundown of like all the musicals you needed to watch. She made you
Yeah.
watch Newsies. She made you watch Legally Blonde. She made you watch
They're
Shrek.
right there. They're right.
Most of the
fucking
musicals
there.
Izzy knows is because of Willa.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, you guys, make a note that you guys can talk to Jasmine a little bit better now.
Wow, because we know theater.
You know theater jargon.
Yes.
You know musicals, so you have some common ground with Jasmine.
Yay! Plus Jasmine. I don't even. What is my health? I erased it and I didn't fill in.
No health.
No health. I'm
All
assuming.
done health.
I'm assuming we're probably just 11 right now.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
have
I think it
fall.
Okay, so I guess we'll just
Barring any unforeseen circumstances, I'm not putting you in another combat today.
we'll tell Daisy, I guess, all that we know.
Yeah, she pauses the film.
Yeah, after that little bit that we watched, and like
Yeah.
maybe we just like turn it down. And we're like, I guess starting with the day of the Jellyfish Festival and getting the powers, and also our friend Jillian, who is not trade school right now, so she's not really magical girly right now with us. She's kind of just
She's just welding some shit in trade school.
This is a question for your boyfriend G9. But does Jillian's magical girl ability to transform into Winston Churchill help her at all in trade school?
So what he picked was the tactician
Yeah.
for that. So I'm not quite sure, but I know for sure that we keep on spamming the OG pink, blue, and green chat with like, wait, what we did today, and every single time Jillian responds with K. That's it. And he told me exactly K, the letter K.
Just the letter K.
The letter
K.
Fucking brilliant.
wow, Jillian.
She likes us. She's our friend.
Yeah.
And I just scroll K, scrolling through all the responses. K. Yeah.
I feel like we're Colleen in this instance.
You know,
And that Jillian is us.
you know, you are correct.
Jillian is always
Colleen needs to. Ooh, we need to really put a child leash on her.
We need to check in with her.
I mean, I'll see her in band tomorrow.
Quick aside, what do the messages on Discord say?
Yeah.
'Cause I meant to look at that earlier, but then we got caught up in the romancy talks.
There are a few blurry pictures of the boba truck fire, as well as the worm and you guys fighting it.
Ooh, are they good pictures?
They're very blurry.
Okay.
And there's also a lot of flies in them. So
I helped.
they're not the most
Great, yeah.
beautiful pictures, but you do see that she's put a message in that she is like, who exactly was this boy that was hanging out with them? That's not right for their team. They obviously don't need help. They're pink and blue.
I thumbs up her comment.
So she doesn't say anything about her getting kidnapped.
No, nothing at all.
Naturally.
She says, I was doing some investigation when I came across pink and blue in action.
Okay, at least she's not saying that. Okay.
I mean, granted, as an obligation as the friend, that would have been completely different, but like she's not telling us that she got kidnapped, so I can't.
it's like,
go on.
wow, that's crazy how you found them. Or whatever.
It's
As you're
like, what?
looking
It's
at...
like, is this? Where is this?
Yeah.
Doesn't she
It's
say
really
it's
blurry.
someone?
It was on the interstate.
Oh, wow.
I partially want to be asked why she's on her state, but at the same time,
As,
I'm just like, holy shit! Like, how did it end?
You guys get a news report as you are
Oh, no.
looking at this, and it shows truck fire along interstate between Can we help him?
Apollo was just like, oh,
Apollo's legit hating now. He's like half on top of the
the baby gate.
little baby.
It says, truck fire between Diamante Beach and Carbondale on interstate. No injuries, but missing persons reported.
Missing persons. Missing persons.
You open the article and it says, according to the boba truck driver, he was driving a young lady to a Punky Brewster museum, and she has disappeared from the scene. She is about, and it starts to describe Colleen in very wide brushstrokes. Like, this guy didn't have a lot of good details on her.
Good.
Like, it's like, she's estimated to be between the ages of 21 and 25. She's got, long black hair, which her hair is short.
Good.
And,
Thank God for being
is
old.
about 5'7", and she is definitely not 5'7". She is
God.
barely
Does
5
he
feet.
need glasses?
Yes, she's wearing glasses and no
No,
glasses are
does this
mentioned.
guy need glasses? 'Cause damn,
He needs to have his license
revoked.
revoked if he has terrible memory like that anyways. Wait a minute. What about the news thing where they caught me? Like, I want to see
Are we mentioned? Or
Are we mentioned at all? Or what about the earlier broadcast that I got caught on TV flying from Mayor Goldshit's house?
Yeah, like how do we look in the media?
Yeah.
The Schwartzes turn that over, and you see that the evening news person, she's a bit of a firecracker. Her name's Carmelita, and the evening news is a lot more entertaining than any other news.
Is it Kamara Miller, who's the journalist that does all the conspiracy stuff? Or is it different than Kamara?
No, it's different than Kamara.
What's her name?
Carmelita.
Oh, that's not going to be confusing at all.
Not at all. That's why I was like, wait a second.
Anchor.
We can call her Lita.
Lita. I like that.
Yeah. And she smiles and she goes, well, I guess it wasn't so bright and sunny over at Mayor Goldsmith's today, as there was major property damage done by some unforeseen force. Some are saying it was aliens, but I don't really believe that sort of thing, if you guys don't.
I lean further
But,
in the chair.
I was a fan of the X-Files when it was out. And she kind of winks at the camera and goes, but the mayor will be staying, it has been reported she will be staying with her sister, and not only that, her opponent in the upcoming mayoral race.
Awkward! The drama!
You hear that, like, it's one of her little calls. She's got, like, a little soundboard button, and it
Yes.
goes, oh no. She goes, it is reported that they are on amicable terms, despite the sort of rivalry they have struck with this mayoral race. Do remember that everybody's favorite wet goods salesman, Glenn, is also running for mayor. But let's be real, Is it just a publicity stunt for the wet goods store? You decide.
Okay.
We did catch wind of some sort of cryptid, if I may say so myself. Some are saying it was an angel, some are saying it was a UFO, but in my honest opinion, and a blurry photo of Willa appears on screen.
Wow, who is she?
Daisy looks at you and goes, "You've gotta be kidding me, dude."
It was a bad day earlier today.
Yeah,
I made up for it though.
obviously.
I made up for it though.
And Benny kind of scoffs and is like, "I got a great picture of you."
Izzy kind
Great
of
angle.
looks at him and she's just like can't tell if that's like supposed to be an insult or not.
It's an
She's gonna let
insult.
it go.
It's an insult.
She's just gonna have the look be enough.
I detect passive aggressive anywhere within 10 miles.
Specifically only towards you.
Yeah.
Maybe also Izzy, but mainly towards you.
Lita kind of smiles and she goes, "If anybody has information on this winged little lady, please call in. We'd like to hear from you."
Colleen.
So for the previous incident in the day with the house, for Mayor Schwartz's house,
Mayor
Goldschmidt's house.
Yeah.
Different Mayor Goldschmidt because the Schwartz's parents are not around.
No.
But for Mayor Goldschmidt, we do have a blurry picture of Blue, but not really like attached to her name, which is good for us, but we still have the 0 popularity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the second incident on the highway in which there's no link to either of us.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
You are coming out of this with a flat popularity rating.
Okay.
Okay. Is it going to be like, okay, so they don't know it was us.
It's fine.
Colleen was not kidnapped. Okay.
Colleen better not fucking call Lita.
Well, we also can't tell her not to because we technically don't know.
It's true.
That's a bit of a pickle.
And please don't.
Underlining.
Remember something for next time.
Gosh. Okay, so Izzy's gonna kind of like lean back and she's like, okay, so no one has really seen us at either of the crime scenes. Benny did distract the news anchors though.
But it wasn't
strange-
good enough. Because then I got caught on camera.
Yeah.
Okay, but he wasn't shown on TV as far as we know. Okay, so
No, which you do see like on the news's Twitter feed from around that time. You see that one of the news anchors, or like one of the cameramen actually, posted a picture of Benny and was like, "Does anyone know what anime this guy's cosplaying from? I can't remember. Like, it seems really familiar, but I don't really know."
Okay, so good news, no one really knows.
No one
it's
knows.
any of us, so we are pretty kind of okay in the clear. Daisy, we can just tell you everything from the beginning. I know we kind of talked about the Jelly Festival. We can
And she
quickly catch you up on everything else, but
she brings her arm back and like folds her hands and is like, "I would love that, Izzy. Can I call you Izzy?"
that's what you people should call me.
Good.
Izzy kind of looks over to Willa, be like looks back over at Daisy. And I guess like between Daisy and Benny, and she's like, "Well, we can tell you kind of what happened with us. We only met Benny a short time ago over at the factory, the waterworks factory, and she'll quickly give like a jellyfish festival, slime situation, which we met Benny, and then like the worm situation." And Izzy's kind of like turns to Benny, and she's like, "I do want to know though, what have you really been up to? Because like our story is our story, and you've been with us pretty much through the worm situation. But what happened with you?"
He shrugs and he goes, "Nothing happened for me at the Jelly Festival. Daisy and I were out with the bandits at a show that night.
Okay.
We were out of town, right?" And Daisy kind of nods and she goes, "Yeah, we honestly didn't really feel the need to go to the Jelly Festival. You know, it's kind of been there, done that, but now I'm wishing I did.
Yeah, could have been there.
Could have been there. Seen it.
Could have seen me punch a squid with my fists.
Great."
Yeah.
And Benny kind of shrugs and he goes, "It was about the time of all the allergy and stuff."
Yeah, the allergies started being a problem more towards the start of the school year.
He nods and he goes, I it was after we cleaned up the Bandits show that week, and I was loading stuff back into my car, and I saw that somebody had left a shell on the ground, and I thought that was a little strange, so I picked it up, and then he kind of like taps the cowie shell and goes, lo and behold.
Okay.
Sort of chosen.
So you were chosen because you picked up a cowrie shell.
He shrugs and goes, right place, right time.
That
And
could
you
also
see
be
Daisy
a
kind of
little
stiffens at that.
type of magic, and Izzy's gonna like kind of like I guess like pat like the top part of her arm.
Daisy looks at you and like kind of relaxes.
Oh my god.
I'm just trying to calm her down.
Mediator, literally mediator.
Legit, right now I'm a weird mediator. I'm a very strange
I'm
weird mediator
eating
right
my diabolically hot sandwich right
now. By
now.
all means.
I grabbed a second one, and I just more hot sauce on this.
Izzy, your phone buzzes, and it's the group chat with your parents and Arthur.
Oh,
And
okay.
your dad is like, hey, where are you?
Oh shit, what time is it?
It is like 7:30.
Oh, Izzy is going to
You're with me, obviously.
group call her mom and dad. And
Is it a video call?
Yes.
Sure, it'll be a video call. Or maybe she like accidentally hits the video call.
Yes. And your parents immediately pick up, and your dad is like,
Oh,
hi, Izzy.
Hi, Mr. Parker.
I show her real quick, and then I show the Schwartzes, and I'm like, sorry for calling so late. We were over at the Schwartzes, and we ordered sandwiches, and we
The
started watching
Schwartzes,
musicals."
like, pretty much come on either side of you. Like, they, like, bunch into the frame and are smiling so genially. And
Oh my god.
Benny's like, Mr. Parker, it's wonderful to meet you in person. I've heard a lot about you from the good old Pops. And Daisy smiles and goes, yeah, you know, with a name like yours, we've heard a lot about you. It's great to meet you, and your daughter is just such a delight.
Izzy's gonna be like, after both of those, she's gonna be like, this is Benny Schwartz and Daisy Schwartz.
Your dad is like,
they're seniors at the school. Yeah,
I know your parents. I didn't know you guys were friends. That's
It's
good,
more of a
good to hear.
recent thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
And the Schwartz twins laugh almost in unison. It is like an act that
Scary.
they have. And Benny goes, well, you know, sometimes paths cross like this, and it is just so serendipitous when it does.
Yeah, so Izzy's gonna kind of turn away from the Schwartz frame, so it's gonna be mainly her in the frame, maybe a bit of like one person on each side, and she's gonna be like, so sorry, kind of meant to just phone call you guys, but like face also works probably better. But yeah, I'm just over at the Schwartzes. I have to drive Willa home after we finish eating. We're just doing a couple things for some school projects. Daisy's doing some homecoming stuff, so we kind of we're helping her out with that and like a couple other things.
Daisy's doing homecoming stuff. What do you mean by that? I haven't heard anything from
here,
their
and
parents.
I'll give the
Oh
phone
my
to
god.
Daisy. I'll
And,
give the phone to Daisy.
You see that Daisy's smiling, but it is all an act. She goes, yeah, I actually am up for Homecoming Queen coming up, which is very unexpected and exciting. And Benny goes, I have no doubts that she's going to win.
It's so weird watching these two interact.
It is uncanny.
They are
Scary.
I
They
feel like
have this
they're about to
routine
like
down
2 seconds
pat.
away from just clawing at each other's throats.
And they kind of smile at each other and then look back and go, we'll just have to see what happens though, you know? Can never hope too hard, right? And they kind of laugh, and Izzy, your dad, kind of laughs a little uncomfortably and is like, oh, well, I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Izzy will take the phone back and she's like, yeah, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch. But we're just over here for a quick second. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to text Arthur that we were going to be out. That's on me. I'm sorry, but we'll be leaving maybe like the next half hour. I'll be home by maybe like 8:15.
Yeah, it's just
Or
like,
so?
okay, just text your when you leave and text when you get home.
Yeah,
You know,
no, for
just,
sure.
Just keep us posted.
Mhm.
There's been a lot of weird stuff going on recently.
Really?
Did you see the news?
Oh, wait. Oh, are you talking about the water levels rising around the Arctic Circle again? I mean,
Well, yes. Climate change is very serious, folks. Climate change. He's like, no, with the mayor's house and all sorts of sinkholes around the area. I just want you to be
get a
safe,
news
Izzy.
notification. Yeah, the sinkholes have been pretty bad recently. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't think that we had so many fault lines and like erosion areas around the town.
It's scary stuff. Please just be careful driving, and
Mhm.
if at any time you think that the road is going to be a little too treacherous, please call Arthur. He'll come get you. It's all fine. Don't worry about the car. Worry about your life.
Right. Of course. Are you guys doing okay? Are you guys gonna be home anytime soon?
We should be home. Not before homecoming, unfortunately, but we should be home before the end of the month.
I kind of wanted you guys to be there for the pictures.
I want to be there too.
Okay, I'll send you all the pictures though.
I do need a new desktop background, so get a good one.
We got you, Mr. Parker.
Izzy will just like wave nicely with Willa in their frame. She's like, bye.
Bye. The Schwartz twins burst into giggles and are kind of absorbed in each other and are like, "You were so stupid. No, you sounded stupid." And like, "Oh my god." And they kind of turn back and they're like, "We've had that routine down for ages."
It looks like, I don't know how siblings work, but that was actually kind of cool.
That kind of was.
Well-oiled machine. Kind of scary. Kind of scary.
They their giggles kind of soften a little bit and like they go back to like kind of glaring at each other a little bit and they go, "Seems like your dad is really doting."
In a way, yeah, they're very nice people. They've been very sweet. Always, for quite a long time, it was pretty much me and Arthur. But they've been trying a lot more to be around.
Daisy smiles, but you can tell that it's not reaching her eyes.
Oh,
And she goes,
no.
"That's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful, Benny?" And Benny kind of nods and goes, "It's nice to have family like that."
No, not with the music too and everything. I got family issues.
Daisy stands though, and she goes, "Sounds like though you need to run home, and I appreciate you telling me everything. Benny and I are gonna have a long fucking chat after you leave, and
Good luck, Benny.
Daisy
Good
Daisy
fucking
holds out her hand, and actually she like crosses her hands and holds it out to both of you, and is like, "Oh, you're agreeing when I didn't even say anything." But she squeezes your guys' hand, and she's like, "The next time this shit starts popping off, you let me know immediately."
Should we have like a group chat or something?
She smiles and brings out her phone and airdrops her contact to you.
Okay. +1 Daisy contact.
+1 Daisy contact. And you see that Benny makes the group chat and
Don't make it obviously stupid.
he names it Benny and the Jets.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse.
And he grins and goes, "What? There's not exactly an all-around hit with Daisy in it." And Daisy rolls her eyes and is just like, "So you guys will let me know before you do anything sort of magic, and yeah, that's about it. Capiche?"
Sound
Yeah.
Capuche.
She grins and goes, "We'll be seeing you."
Yeah, that's cool.
And Daisy looks at you, Izzy, and goes, "At homecoming?"
We'll be at homecoming.
We'll be at homecoming. And I like just
And
dip
I'm
my
just,
head
and I'm
closer.
just like, I'm so excited. And she kind of looks at me and she's like, "I'm so excited for homecoming."
Me too. I can't believe you're going with Jake.
Both the Schwartzes kind of zero in, and they're like, "Who's Jake?"
Izzy kind of just looks very embarrassed and she kind of goes very pink.
Yeah, she was actually getting pretty bold. She asked him out legit. And he was actually smart enough to understand what her intentions were.
Benny? Look, like, you see Benny has
That already kind of knew this,
smiled,
though.
kind of wide, and he goes, "Jake, like in your class motocross, Jake?"
Yeah, the one who likes monster trucks and skateboards.
Yeah.
The one on the baseball
Doesn't-
team.
Doesn't really seem like your type, is he?
I mean, people have different facets to them and different reasons for different things. And I am going with Jake to homecoming.
He leans forward and goes, "You'll be able to save a dance for me, though, right?"
Izzy's kind of just like, stands up a little bit and kind of faces the two Schwartz, and she's like, I'm not sure what to feel about you at the moment, Benny. I'll be honest. You come along very strong. A lot of stuff has happened. And I feel like you're forcing me to give you an answer that I don't know if I can give you at the moment. And that is very scary to say, and there will be an answer at one point, but it's just not going to be right now.
He nods and he goes, "That'll be fine. I'll be there." I look forward to seeing you.
Izzy kind of nods and she's like, and you guys better be putting on that Bandit concert because I already have an outfit picked out. And she like looks between the two of them.
They glance to each other and they glance back and they go, "That can be," and Daisy kind of smiles and is like, "That can be arranged."
Fuck yeah.
Izzy kind of was just like, I thought you guys were really working on the concert.
She rolls her eyes and is like, "It was an expression. Of course, we have the logistics done. Yeah. Just know where to go after homecoming."
I follow you on everything.
She grins and is like, "Good. As you should."
So Izzy will just be like, "Okay, we'll see you at school tomorrow." And she'll kind of just give like an awkward like salute / wave / she's just gonna grab Willa's wrist.
I like turn around and I lock eyes with Benny. I'm like,
He twiddles his fingers.
Oh god. Well, what is this weird shit happening?
the second we get into the car, Willa just explodes and she's just venting again.
Izzy's gonna be like, I don't know what to do with either of those things. Daisy's very intense.
Both of them are very intense.
Okay, in different ways. I feel like Daisy's gonna chew off my head if I don't tell her things.
That's true.
And that is scary.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know, because like part of me is just like, did he lie to me about being interested in me? Is he also just being a dick because he's a dick? Or is he just being a little fanfare because he's want to rub something in his sister's face? I can't tell.
We'll find out.
Oh, no.
Also,
Yeah, right?
and I don't know whether me flirting with Benny down in the thing was actually a thing or me just making sure he didn't want to like fucking leave. I don't know anymore. And Izzy just kind of like metaphorically just like puts her head in the steering wheel and she's like, I need to get out of their driveway though.
We do.
And she just like puts it in reverse or just drives out and she's just like, I'm so done with her today.
Me too.